This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net. Danger Entertainment Podcast Network.
It's about comic books and movies, growing up with Rokusuki. Superman before Zack Snyder ruined him. Man, that sucked. Michael Keaton was the best Batman, while Christian Bale was just deadpan. No one remembers the other ones. Princess Leia in bikinis and Transformer Lamborghinis.
Hell yeah.
Please don't let Shia LaBeouf ever act again.
Please, God, no.
Remembering tales from the crypt, back
do.
when Michael Bay wrote good scripts.
He wrote good
All
scripts.
right here is no mystery, 'cause it's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas. It's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas.
Podcast.
Do a mic check.
Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode 129. I'm Jeff.
I'm Jason.
Is this thing on? Hello? Hello?
That would be Blake. Hi, Blake.
Hello.
And Doug, number one fan, is back. Because we are the HOBI podcast. We are the podcast that cares about our listeners.
We do?
Yeah, maybe. So much that Doug's not even saying a word.
No, not at all.
Okay, good. Well, welcome, Doug.
Hey,
Welcome.
thanks.
Thank you.
Am I here to discuss the new Frozen Ever After ride being open today at Epcot? Is that what I'm here for?
Yes. What did they take out?
Maelstrom in Norway.
Male strippers? What's Maelstrom?
Maelstrom. It's a boat ride. And
Oh.
they replaced it with a boat ride.
Oh, well, that's a
But,
great
but there
creative.
was a 5-hour wait for the ride today.
Why?
It's probably the same boat ride, just renamed.
And there's an Olaf snowman in there. That's it.
If they didn't replace It's a Small World, yeah, I'm okay with it.
Do you like A Small World?
Everybody loves It's a Small World.
It's kind of creepy. Do you go on that, Doug, since you go to Disney every year?
It's the iconic ride other than Space Mountain.
Not all the time.
No. Do you go on Space Mountain?
No. I went on it once and it was a very rough ride and it was very sore, so I don't go on it.
Oh.
Not recommended for people with back problems.
Most people would say that after Ric Flair, too. Woo!
You ride Ric Flair?
He is Space Mountain. Woo!
Most people say that about your mom.
Ah! I think we have the same mom.
Wait a minute, yeah.
Wait a minute. Wait. Hey. Well, welcome, everybody. Thanks for listening. You can hear us on some paperwork here. You hear us on Dangerbound Network, WeBeGeeksPC.com, on Wicket Radio Network.
Danger Entertainment.
Wicked, not Wicket.
It's a bloody wicket. Danger Entertainment, Geek Life Radio every Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central, 9 a.m. Eastern.
Cricket.
Nope.
That's opposite.
That's it.
9
10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central.
Yep. We're the podcast that can't count.
And the newly formed wanker.com.
Yes. Please don't go to that. And if you did look, we are no longer on nerdly.co.uk. It is actually no longer in business after 7 years.
Unfortunate.
Yes.
I think
I'm very
them
upset.
adding us is probably what caused their downfall.
I think it was 365 they added, so that's what
Oh, they came after us,
Yeah.
didn't they? Yep, that would have done it.
So,
Thanks, Chris and Kevin. You ruin everything that's good.
but I do want to say thanks to Phil over at Nerdly. He was awesome getting us up. And like I said, basically there's some stuff they couldn't do anymore. So Nerdly is no more. It may come back in a different form, though. So we're crossing our fingers on that. But thanks, Phil, for that. And
Yes, thank you, Phil, you cheeky monkey.
You can also catch us on iTunes and Stitcher. And if you listen on iTunes, please rate us. That's how we get moved up in the rankings, and we would appreciate it.
What about that Libsyn stuff?
You're on Libsyn, too. We're on Libsyn. You can just go to Libsyn's website and actually search for History of Bad Ideas. We're there, too. We have a little website. Not much, but a little bit. We do mostly on Facebook.
It's there.
Yeah. Okay, moving on.
Or Twitter.
At Bad Ideas Podcast. I'm a Twitter fool.
We have a Tumblr account, don't we?
What's on Tumblr?
I think it's the History of Bad Ideas on Tumblr. Tumblr /
Have
whatever.
you updated it?
Nope, probably a year
I
and a
have.
half since I've updated it.
Every episode that comes out is on Tumblr.
I doubt it really is. Have you checked to make sure it is?
No, but Libsyn tells me.
Oh, okay.
We were also on Tinder, but we were taken down because of local community standards.
Yes. So then we went to Grindr, and we're doing really well on Grindr. So I appreciate that, guys.
A lot of swipe rights.
Yes. Jeff is
Is right the good one or the bad one?
I don't know. It's whatever one that John Cena's photo's on.
And Jeff is a bear, so he does pretty well. He's on that. He's
No,
on...
that's furrysex.com.
Oh, sorry. I know that's Growler, I think.
Oh, Growler, yeah. That's
Growler. Anyway, speaking of furry rabies, did you get any at Origins this week?
I think I am furry rabies free.
Okay.
I'm here.
Good.
At the moment.
Yeah.
Now, when did you leave Origins?
Origins is a gaming convention up in Columbus.
Yeah, when did you leave Origins?
I left there Sunday.
You left there Sunday. Okay, there's like a 48 to 72 hour incubation period.
But last year I left Saturday, and by Sunday night, the symptoms were hitting. So,
Foaming at the mouth,
well, if you want to call it foaming out of every orifice.
enlarged testicles,
Extreme dehydration,
It turned into that, yes.
Yeah.
milky substance from the nipples,
scratch marks on the back.
tailbone actually growing outside the skin. Okay.
It's called the coccyx.
Yes.
That's a lot of different things happening.
Well, it happened to you, not me. So you know.
I don't remember all of that, but then
Well, you
again,
got the half Wolfman face going on right now.
Well, that's the bear he was talking about.
Oh, the beard. Sorry.
Grr.
So
And
did you have a
speaking
good
of the
time?
bear, oh yeah, well, while I was up there, it was also, the gay pride parade was going on,
Okay.
and whatnot. So,
How was traffic?
well, traffic was a little screwed up for a while. I'll put it this way, though, the biggest thing that grabbed my attention, I was, getting ready to go out, looking out the window, getting dressed, and the parade's like going by right in front of the hotel. So I see, like, they're getting ready to get everything. All the streets are vacated, and everybody's lining up along the sidewalk there to watch the parade. And then I see something. It's like, oh, the parade's starting. I look down, and starts off 2 people carrying a sign, walking down the middle of the street, followed by some guy dressed as a centaur. Followed by a pickup truck that had speakers on it with a guy walking next to it, talking to the crowd or whatnot. Followed by, like, a short blue bus. And then that was it. And I'm looking down the street, and nothing as far as I could see coming. And I'm just waiting, and I'm like, is that the parade?
Were they playing ABBA?
No, they weren't playing any music. What? But I'm like,
But there was a centaur.
well, yeah, there was a centaur.
Was he dancing to ABBA?
No, he was just walking, and the guy with the...
No, was it a 2-man centaur piece where there was a guy that was the
No,
ass and the guy that was the front?
No, it was just the guy in the front with the thing pulling behind him that
Oh, okay.
on
So,
wheels,
okay.
probably, but...
was that the parade?
No, apparently that was just the vanguard, I suppose, to make sure that the route was clear. I don't know what the point of it was, but at the time I'm looking at that, I'm like, okay, this is either A, the most pathetic parade ever, or B, the most awesome parade ever. I hadn't decided. I still haven't decided if that would have been the most awesome parade. Just
I feel like it would have been awesome because of the centaur. I feel like a centaur could probably make anything awesome.
See, anytime you got a centaur in your parade, I think you've made it.
The only centaur that was not good was Mantar from the WWE. He was never good. He was not good.
then again, personally, I just hate parades. I think they're worthless.
I do too.
And they just screw up traffic for no reason other than to screw up traffic.
Well, you have a local one by your house and where we used to live.
Oh, yeah.
That would fuck up our route to my
comic
comic
book
book store every single year.
Every year.
And every year I would forget that the parade was going on and it would screw up my comic book
yeah,
route.
and it was always on New Comic Book Day.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I hated that parade.
Did you buy anything at Origins?
Dinner?
You didn't buy any games?
I didn't buy any games.
Oh, okay. Did they have Ticket to Ride Africa?
No, I can't find it. I think that's
can't
out of
find
print.
it
It's looking like you're gonna have to cough up like $100 plus or something if you want to buy it online.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Well, how was your overall Origins experience? Does it get bigger? Did it shrink? What's going on?
I think it was a little smaller this year, but the convention center was having some major renovations, so major things were not there. Like certain parts of the convention center were just blocked off and shut down. So I don't know if some things weren't there, or just maybe things were in different places that it just felt smaller this year to me.
They should probably move it to Cincinnati next year. That would make it really convenient.
Yeah. especially since they just did all these great renovations to make it better. And no.
Come to say. But it was enjoyable?
It was enjoyable. Loved it.
Good.
Got to play the Kobolds Ate My Babies Midnight Massacre.
Yes.
Do that every year. That was fun. That was great. We all hailed King Torg and all that other fun stuff. Let's see, what was that other game I played?
Monopoly?
No, I did not play Monopoly.
Oh, okay.
Checkers?
It was
Jacks?
let's see if the Advanced
Battleship?
Dimensional Green Ninja Educational Preparatory Super Elementary Fortress 555.
And how was that?
That was fun.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a little role-playing thing where you're all playing
Green Ninjas?
kids on recess.
Okay.
And you're just letting your imagination, like everyone picks a predetermined character or whatnot that they have figured
Like a centaur?
out. And yeah, well, centaur I don't think was one, but you can do that, and everybody, you play the character you got, and I played a guy who was a furry.
No.
It was like a first grader who liked to dress up as a ferret, so
Ferret?
I was,
I'm just going to leave my
high on
jokes at the door.
high on sugar and had ADD and was shiny objects.
Did you get distracted by a laser pointer like a cat?
I would have if anybody used one. No one used one.
No.
Were there monkey bars allowed on this imaginary
There
playground?
were, because there were fights on the monkey bars.
Ooh, that's awesome. Now, were there a boys' monkey bars and a girls' monkey bars?
Nope. They were co-ed monkey bars.
Ooh.
Is it like a deck building game or
Nope, it's a role-playing game where
Okay.
you just get your role and you just do what you want to do.
like a Dungeons
And
and Dragons?
they use
Okay.
and they use candy. If you do something good, they will reward you with candy, or if you want to have an automatic success, you just give them candy back. But since my character was hyperactive or whatever, I was just stealing everybody's candy. There was a 10-year-old boy playing, and he didn't like it when I stole his candy.
Like a real 10-year-old boy?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Did
He
you
might
guys
have
play,
been 12, maybe 12.
did you play any imaginary dodgeball?
Not dodgeball.
No.
I threw rocks. I ate snails.
You're quite an asshole.
Oh, the one guy, his superpower was like he could create a button and put it on things, and then check to see if the button does what he thinks it does, because he was like the same 12-year-old kid or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And anytime he put a button on something, I went over and hit it.
So you're a bully.
No, I was just a hyperactive guy who just got in everybody's way. Yeah, I played my role.
Doug, what would be your character? What would be your character?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I'm not.
So how would you win this game?
There is no winning. You just have fun.
Okay.
I don't understand why you need winning
What's the point of playing?
to have fun.
Well,
You have fun
You
by
have fun
winning.
when you win. Yeah.
I don't think you ever even talk there, Dungeons and Dragons boy. How do you win in Dungeons and Dragons? You don't. You just keep playing.
You
Well,
win
that
all the
doesn't make
time,
sense. That
and you
doesn't
keep
make
going.
sense. Doesn't make sense. Anyways.
Okay, you win when you do something good enough for them to say, "Oh, that was good. Here, have a piece of candy."
How do you know when the game's over?
When the time was up.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And then when the
Yeah,
time's up,
they only had a 2-hour limit, so
2
You
hours?
sat there for 2 hours?
I didn't sit there. I ran around hitting buttons and throwing rocks and eating snails. Come on.
I just like your face, Doug. When you're like, for 2 hours? You play?
Wow.
They had to ask him to go and leave.
Mr. Now, you're on
Mr.
6
Now.
hours.
We stopped playing this game 3 hours ago. Could you please stop running around yelling, "I pressed the button"?
Mr. Now, stop throwing rocks inside the convention center. Please stop.
Will you please stop shoving down the 60-year-old boy, please? And hitting the 10-year-old girl.
Get it coming.
Since you're talking games,
Yes.
my daughter got the new Shopkins game. We haven't played it yet, but I'll give you a report on that next time.
Please
I'm
do.
here.
Please do.
What is Shopkins?
Some really stupid toy.
It's a game where they teach her gender roles.
No, it's
about
like
shopping.
animals, isn't it?
No, they're stuff you find in a grocery store. They're like little.
Ooh, so you
Like
teach
a
her how to be
tomato.
a responsible
Yes.
grocery shopper.
So what do you do with the
I
tomato?
have no idea. They're really popular now.
Like, is
with
it
little
plastic
kids.
or?
Yeah, they're little plastic figures.
You
And then
wait
the
until
game's
it's on
just
sale.
Different, just
That sounds the most horrible thing I've ever
It
seen.
makes no sense. There's like, you can be a shoe, or you can be...
That would
Like
make
Monopoly.
No. This isn't in the game. This is just figures the kids play
That would
with.
explain why my daughter got like a pair of slippers with faces on them
Yes.
from a Happy Meal a while back.
Yes.
I have no idea what those are.
It makes no sense.
Okay.
But she's going to get more for her birthday now.
Oh, goody. From our parents?
No,
No, they'll be getting woodsies for her.
Oh.
I'll be getting her Shopkins.
Oh.
So you can say, what the hell are these? What are you supposed to do with them?
It's a tomato.
I'm beginning at a Shopkins, eh?
Speaking of winning, though,
winning.
Weddings.
Cleveland Cavaliers. Go
I
ahead,
thought
Blake.
you said weddings.
No, winnings.
Winnings.
Yes. How is your Cleveland Cavaliers since you jumped on the bandwagon about 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
When LeBron went back, I saw you get the jerseys out.
I saw you unburn your old jersey.
It's unburn it. Yeah, I unburned the old jersey.
How did you feel?
I smeared the ashes all over my chest and body.
No, not the other night. I meant now. How did you feel watching the curse?
Relieved.
Okay.
I actually, if you think about it, we had an in-depth conversation with, Dr. Bednar, our theme song writer, singers. And we decided, he actually brought it up and I agreed. So he basically said, in order to end the curse, it would have to be something completely insane, like the Boston Red Sox, like the Red Sox did by coming down 3-1 against the Yankees and then going on to win the World Series. And that's essentially what it was. I mean, we're down 3-1. Everybody wrote us off.
I think
And
you wrote
then
yourself
LeBron,
off.
yeah, I was not feeling very positive
We got
about our
recordings
chances.
of that.
Yes, but then LeBron James basically says, I'm not going to lose, and basically has probably the best 3 games in a row series of any professional NBA player in the finals.
Steph Curry struggled in the
Yeah,
last
he
games.
did. As an MVP, here's something interesting. As an MVP, he has to rely on other people to be great. If people aren't there to set the pick and rolls and the screen so he can, throw up his threes, worthless. He can't do it on his own. Doesn't play good defense. He can't really drive to the basket. He's a finesse player, and he's too thin. He's too light in order to play a heavy game. Nothing for rebounds, no block shots or anything like that. He's just basically.
Someone's sounding bitter.
Yeah, exactly.
You won.
LeBron,
You won, right?
Basically, yeah. LeBron basically won the entire series with the helps of the role players, and Kyrie Irving was awesome too.
I feel like Kevin Love showed up in the NBA Finals MVP.
Kevin Love, everybody's giving Kevin Love shit, but you know what? Sometimes matchups are bad. And against Golden State, having Kevin Love on the team, it was just a bad matchup. But he did have 14 rebounds in Game 7. Yeah. Basically, probably one of the best Game 7s ever, because Golden State Warriors hadn't lost 3 games in a row since 2013 or something like that. And it was to validate their 73-game regular season, best regular season ever. The Cavs were, working to validate, well, number one, winning a championship in Cleveland for the first time in 52 years.
I thought it was longer. I was disappointed.
Yeah, I know. It felt longer. But, and the fact being that no team's ever come back from a 3-1 deficit to win. And overall, teams in Game 7s playing away were like 3-15. Oh, 4-15 now. But essentially what it was, probably one of the best games ever. And all the games in the series, 1 through 6, were like blowouts. The final score was like 18, 20 points, 15 points. But Game 7 was an appropriate, over 20 lead changes, 15 ties. I mean, it was a back and forth affair, and it was the greatest and one of the most intense games I've ever watched.
With the win, does LeBron pass Craig Elo as the greatest Cav ever?
I think so.
Okay.
It's close. I think it's a close one.
He may be on the par with Mike Price. Brad Doherty.
Mark
Price and Brad Doherty.
Could you explain what a Game 7 championship, or hell, what a championship feels like? Because it's been a long time.
I don't know. I'm still trying to get used to it. I know what the disappointments and the failures feel like.
Yeah.
And I'm still basking in the greatness of actually having won a championship.
I was kind of surprised Vontaze Burfict didn't just run on to get the court on Game 7 and knock somebody out. He's faking. He's faking.
Yeah.
See, you're talking about you're loving your Cavs, and he has to throw in a loser
exactly,
Bengal into the mix.
Thing, you know.
Well, I saw LeBron in the last 2 minutes flop down on the one play.
LeBron flop?
No, he just fell to the ground. Oh, I'm hurt. It did look like it hurt. Anyways,
Hey, here's this. They all talk about Michael Jordan being the best basketball player.
oh jeez, here we go again.
Right, but I'll just throw this out.
Kobe
Michael
Bryant.
Jordan.
You're
doesn't-
right. It is Kobe.
Michael Jordan doesn't do
Russell.
block shots, defense, rebounds. LeBron James does them all. He led every
Oscar
character,
Robertson did
every
them all
player.
before.
He led every player,
Average a triple-double.
every player in
Player.
every stat for this series. Mm-hmm. That's all
Every
around.
stat?
Yep, every stat. The big 5 stats. What was it?
Oh, okay.
Scores, rebounds, assists, blocks,
Steals.
steals, whatever. All of that stuff. So I mean, all around, probably around the all-around best player. Michael Jordan could be, one of the best players
Feel
ever.
like-
too.
If he didn't get suspended for
yeah.
gambling, he might have been.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Retired for 2 years to play baseball.
Yeah, exactly.
Feel like someone on the Globetrotters might be better. They use a ladder. That takes skill. You try shooting off a ladder. I'm just saying.
Or confetti basketballs. Or
Yeah.
you know how hard it is to have a basketball on a string?
You know how hard it is to beat
is
the
pretty
same
hard.
team every single night? You would think that other team would learn to beat you.
Exactly.
That is skill.
It is.
I think that's a lot better than LeBron. Oh, I beat Golden State.
You know what? I stand corrected.
See? There you go. Curly Joe, or whatever the
That's
guy's
right.
name was.
Meadowlark
O'Neal.
Lemon. Meadowlark Lemon.
Meadowlark Lemon. There you go. That's the best NBA
He's
player.
the best.
How about another championship? Doug and I competed this week in the WWE Money in the Bank competition for the 365 Flicks podcast. And we had to make predictions on who's going to win each match. And
Nobody wins.
Doug and I beat the shit out of Kevin and Chris. I'm just saying, on 365 Flicks. So Doug and I tied. We both reached for the belt and grabbed it.
For the record, I haven't watched wrestling in probably years.
No, you watched WrestleMania this year.
Yeah.
You tweeted, okay?
Yeah, okay.
You saw Zack Ryder.
Yes.
So,
No.
well.
Who's Zack Ryder?
I don't even know who that is.
Woo, woo, woo. Anyways, so the good news is we won though, Doug. That's all that matters.
Well,
That's
yeah.
So we tied. So we got to figure out a way to do this.
Well, first off, what is bigger for Ohio?
Uh-huh.
LeBron James bringing the NBA title
Mm-hmm.
to Cleveland, or Dean Ambrose from Cincinnati bringing the WWE title home?
You know what? Dean Ambrose is the man.
I think it is.
If he would actually do media, I would request an interview, see if I could get something. He is a Cincinnati boy. Channel 9, the local news, actually had a thing on him.
Really?
Yes. They never interviewed him because he doesn't do many interviews like that.
One of your brothers has met his mother, so you could
you know.
interview her.
Dean Ambrose, yes, he won Money in the Bank ladder match, then cashed in after Seth Rollins beat Roman Reigns cleanly in the ring. Dean Ambrose came down.
Are you saying Roman Reigns was clean in the ring?
Well, I'm getting to that because then Dean Ambrose cashed in his Money in the Bank, beat Rollins, became champion. All 3 members of the Shield were the WWE champion in one night. That was kind of cool.
Oh, they're all in the same group?
They hate each other.
They used to be.
They used
Oh,
to be.
they used to be.
But they
Okay.
are in the future. The funny thing is, though, the WWE has spent millions to put Roman Reigns as the new face of the Federation, and then came to find out today he failed a drug test and is now suspended for 30 days. Uh-oh.
Hey, sounds like a Bengal.
No, we don't get caught.
Is that really a bad thing, though? As much travel and that they do, you had a 30-day vacation.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
kind of like the injuries. Oh, I'm out for, I know you lose your money because you get the downside of the contract, but still. But yes, he did admit to it today. They didn't say what drugs, but he did admit to it, that it was his own fault.
It was
He takes
aspirin.
It's a very interesting wellness plan because if they tell you, like, if they don't think something's right with you, like, health-wise, and you want to get an outside opinion, you have a certain amount of days to do that outside opinion. If you don't, you fail the wellness test, basically, and get suspended for 30 days. That's not what happened here. He took
Tested.
something, yes. But it is kind of funny that the fans have hated Roman Reigns because they keep pushing him wrong. And now it's like, well, I guess he's not going to be the face of the franchise now for a while.
You realize I cheer for Roman Reigns because the fans hate him.
I know you would.
If it's all fake, why do they need performance-enhancing drugs?
You still need to be in
look
good
big.
shape. Yeah. I mean, those guys.
You just get those goofy gel injections now. Make it look like you got muscle.
You still need to actually be able to execute the move. So if you're not in shape.
And I hate when people say it's fake. It's
fake.
It's scripted.
Choreographed.
It's scripted.
So is every other show on TV. Everything else.
Not Survivor.
Yeah, exactly.
Real
It's
Housewives.
not a sport.
It's reality TV.
It's not a
I never
sport.
said it was a sport.
Scripted.
Yeah,
But it is. It takes immense skill to do.
but it's also fake. The fight scenes are all
Scripted.
fake.
Oh yeah.
Fake.
Yeah.
Fake.
Yes.
Fake.
Shut it. Anyways, so
But you say
Congrats
like,
to
there,
Dan
like
Brooks.
there's something wrong with that, though.
is
Blake.
there something wrong with it?
I didn't say there's anything wrong with it. I'm just trying to tell you
But
it's
you're
fake. You're the
saying
one
it's
getting
fake.
upset. You're the one getting upset with me. I'm just telling you it's
Because I'm
fake.
going to get pissed off.
Because
That's
it's
the only.
fake.
That's the only show on TV that people say it's fake. Game of Thrones is fake. We all know that. Everybody. 99,
Yeah, it's all imagination.
But you know
it's,
what,
it's a TV
WWE
series.
doesn't
They're
even
not trying
try
to pass
to-
it off as a sport.
They don't.
They don't.
It's entertainment.
anymore.
It's
It's not
entertainment
even, why
now.
do you even call it wrestling? Then why don't you just call it like
Wrestling.
daytime TV for rednecks or something?
It's the male
Can't wait till you
soap
fucking
opera.
talk Game of Thrones here in a second. Fucking can't wait. Oh, it's on. It's
Why
on.
don't they just call it, sports entertainment for Republicans?
Okay,
So anyways-
going back to the Roman
Sports
Reigns being
entertainment for
hated,
Tea Partiers.
as I have this on, I'm trying to explain to my wife that Roman Reigns is the good guy that's hated by all the fans, but I believe Seth Rollins is the bad guy that is loved by all the
Yes,
fans.
yes.
She didn't quite understand that.
It makes it
She
fun.
doesn't understand the anti-hero, huh?
Well,
She doesn't remember the old days of Jake the Snake Roberts.
Or Rick Rude,
when I saw that come
Ravishing
up,
ravishing Rick Rude.
Woo! Oh, that's Rick Rude. When I saw the little Twitter feed come up that Roman Reigns tested positive, I was like, you cannot be serious. And supposedly it just happened today, like when he was going to the SmackDown thing. But I'm wondering if they had an advance notice that he was going to fail it, and that's why he lost cleanly. But if they knew, why were they still going to put him in the main event? Like, he won last night. They put him in the main event for the next pay-per-view. So now you're like, well, maybe it is just a spur-of-the-moment thing.
I don't know. I don't watch it.
No, I'm just
I
telling
have no idea what happened.
You're
last
kind
night.
of talking to yourself right there.
Randall, anybody?
I didn't know who half the guys were.
Rhetorical.
Championship-wise, though, what are we going to do with this belt?
You know.
Yeah, what are we going to do with this?
In the great tradition of wrestling, I'm a little bit larger than you, so I'm
Okay.
gonna.
You have
use,
ape hands.
I'm
We
gonna
know,
use
you
my
have ape hands. That's right.
like Andre the Giant, and pass the title to you, Ted DiBiase, as he did when he beat Hulk Hogan on Saturday night's main event.
You know, I appreciate that. Thank you. It is the podcast money that helps.
Well, yeah.
Is it the
And
lack of podcast money?
There's no guarantee I won't turn on you at some point.
Well, I expect
So
that.
be-
I
you
expect
know,
that. I expect it.
If you hear a chair shot later in the night, that's because
That could be it.
I hit him.
So, Chris,
No,
Kev?
you don't actually hit them because it's fake.
No, you do hit him with chairs.
You just
stop.
stomp your
I'm gonna
foot.
hit
You
you
create a
with a chair right
distraction. You really don't hit them
I'm
hard.
going to hit you with a chair.
How about the Chris Benoit?
Yeah, do it.
You can't.
Oh, and I was wrong for the Michael J. Fox joke last week. Okay, but you make fun of Benoit.
I'll
I
suplex
make
your
fun
ass.
of him. I just pointed out the fact that he is no longer with us.
Anyway, so Kev, you can send that belt over here along with some potatoes, and I would appreciate it.
I saw a picture of that belt.
Yeah, I got the belt, baby. It's
Yeah,
coming to me.
it's coming to you, really?
I
I
hope
thought
so.
he won it.
I thought you had a face
I thought he
off against
retained
him.
it.
I do have to face off against
okay.
him, but I'm still going to take it.
All you did was win the right to face him.
Oh, I'm facing him.
It looked like it was made out of like black construction paper with glued on Cocoa Puffs and cheesy puff, on it.
It was Cheerios.
Puffed rice. That's what I was looking
When
for.
I win it, though, I'm going to shove
Those
it in your
Cheerios
face.
and puffed rice.
Good, here, take it. I'm going to replace the Cheerios with Pez.
I'm gonna eat it.
Ooh, a Pez belt.
So let's go on to something else fake real quick before we get to listener feedback. Oh, Game of Thrones, that's fake. Dragons, they don't exist.
They do. I saw them.
Nope.
I did.
What
All
about
three.
Dragon Ladies? Do they exist?
No, they don't either.
Yeah, they do.
So do your quick little Game of
Pete
Thrones
Rose is
thing.
married to one.
Moving on. So listener feedback. Are we ready now?
All right. From Doug, #1 fan.
Yeah, read your own shit.
That was the Game of Thrones?
Yeah, man, keep going.
Oh, okay. What does China know about the Warcraft film that we don't?
Wait a minute. I think there's an answer on another
Oh,
podcast.
we answered this last week. I'm
Hold on
pretty
a
sure.
sec. Isn't she dead?
China? Yes.
She doesn't know much then.
She don't
I don't know who this
shit
intern is,
anymore.
but they suck. Moving on. Next question. We answered that last week.
What kind of tribute are you going to give to Skip Bayless because it's his last day at ESPN today?
Oh.
Is death a tribute?
Now he's a LeBron James troll. He doesn't like LeBron.
He doesn't like anybody
He
if they're
doesn't
not
like
from
himself.
Dallas.
Okay. He
Now,
doesn't
if you're
like
not from
anybody.
Dallas or San Antonio, but he does like Tim Tebow an awful lot.
Tom Brady.
He does have a man crush on Tim Tebow.
I like as much as you have a man crush on Heno.
No, mine's more intense.
Oh, I have a man crush on Neil.
Yeah, mine's more spiritual.
That's because you just like glitter.
I do love glitter. Gets in my bosom. Moving on. So I'm on vacation this week. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's
we're
not
talking
you.
about this.
You are?
Didn't know that. Wow. Okay.
Okay, my other question. I'm on vacation this week, and I'm not going to Disney. Where should I go?
The Bob Studios.
You're here. Yay.
What kind of souvenirs do you have?
Pez.
Pez. Well,
We're
yeah, I
actually
think we're
out of
out.
Pez.
No, you
Where's our
don't.
Pez?
Are
Are we out now?
Oh, by the way, anyone looking to bribe us, we are out of the 20 pounds of Pez Dev sent us.
It only took us 3 months, if that.
So if anybody wants to bribe us to hopefully win a floppy,
Please send
we're
Pez.
low on Pez.
Just let us know.
I would say, why don't you go to the Creationist Museum?
Oh, you
There
can
in
do
Northern
that.
Kentucky. Go look at the Ark.
Apparently, you get what? 2 free child?
No, you buy 2 adult passes, you get 4 kids passes.
You have to buy 2 adult passes to get 4. Can you buy 1 adult to get 2 kids?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't work.
I
there.
mean, what if your your
people
spouse
outside,
is working?
People outside Cincinnati area, we have this thing called the Creation Museum in Kentucky. Well, we don't. Kentucky does. And
Yeah, I can clarify that.
yes. And basically, it's the Earth is 5,000 years old. It's a religious museum. The people believe the Earth is 5,000 years old. Dinosaurs and humans lived together. At one point, they actually had a dragon exhibit that said dragons lived with people, and they were being serious.
Dragons, not
Yes.
dinosaurs?
No, and dragons. Dragons came along
All right.
later on. In Asia, it was actually true. Is
So-
what they said.
I've seen parts of Game of Thrones, and there was dragon and people
That's fake, Doug.
living together.
Fake.
And-
They don't actually kill each other with swords. What pusses? God.
So anyway, the Creation Museum weren't they building a Noah's Ark
They
thing
did.
that like flooded or burnt
That
down
was a
or
fake
something?
thing. That was a fake article.
Oh, that was fake.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
So they're still building it then?
it's opening next
It's
month.
supposed to be a life-size Ark.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, that housed every living creature on Earth.
People don't realize that.
It's only the size of a
just
football.
2 of
It's real.
each.
What they realized though is the guy that did the blueprints actually thought it was an arch. So it was actually just this Noah's arch. So they don't know how they're going to put anything. They don't know how to do it. So people are get mad because scientists realize that it's not true. Probably that it's 5,000 years old. Bobby H, one of our listeners, and from Culture Babble, he's a big fan of the Creation Museum, and he actually wants to go there and do a HOBI podcast, and I think we should if they would let us in.
But by fan, you mean...
He believes it.
Oh,
So, anyways, they now have they're building a Noah's Ark, and it's a water park in the theme. So it's pretty exciting.
I don't think it's a water park.
Yeah, it
Did
is.
you have to run and get on the Ark before the pool
There's a
floods?
there's a giant pool
Before
and
the
everything.
pool floods?
Yeah, there's a giant water lagoon area you swim in and that.
Oh, you swim in it.
Yes.
Don't you drown
Yes,
if you're in it?
you
I mean,
drown.
that's the last place I'd want to be is in the water next to Noah's Ark.
Yeah.
You're not surviving. I mean, yay, me and the unicorn are drowning over here.
In the unicorn. Is that why there's no unicorns? They're all drowned?
You don't know that poem?
No?
Oh, I think
Is
it
there
was
like
a
a- is there
Shel
like a-
Silverstein poem about that's why there are no unicorns because they were too busy playing when the rains came and didn't get on the ark in time.
Do they
Silverstein is a dark man.
Yeah.
He was a dark man.
Did they reenact
He
the...
also wrote A Boy Named Sue, the song by Johnny Cash.
I do not know.
Great one. Did they reenact the big fight where Noah's family has to do gladiator battles against the king and
rock
everybody
people?
that wants to get on the Ark?
Have you seen
The
Noah with
local king
Russell
dude?
Crowe?
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, they fight the rock people, right?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Do they have to reenact that?
That would be awesome. That would be awesome. We just gave Creation Museum free
Although I
marketing.
don't remember any rock people in the story of Noah in the Bible. I mean, was
It's in
that
there.
our artistic
I'm
liberty?
trying to remember when I read the book. I don't remember that from the book.
You don't? No?
Yeah.
I'm impressed. This is pretty much like asking questions of graphic novice. They never get answered.
Oh, we're telling you where to
You
go.
told me
They're
where I
crazy.
shouldn't go.
No, we told you to go there.
We're intrigued.
Oh, I
We
think
want
you
to
said-
report.
Oh.
Yeah, we want to report. We can come
can go
back
to
and
Creation
talk about
Museum.
Okay, okay.
Edmonton's
you're-
beautiful this time of the year.
I'm sure your daughter will enjoy it.
She wanted to go to Europe to watch soccer. I'm like, how un-American can you get spending your money over there watching a sport
Next year we want, like, a
that goes to
VIP box
0-0
seats.
ties, you know?
Like a VIP box seats. Oh, that makes it better. Anyways, moving on.
It did. Moving on. All right, so Game of Thrones, Jeff.
It's
Yes.
fake.
How did you like the Game of Thrones, the episode this week?
It's fake.
Meh. I mean, I like the Battle of Marine. Battle of the Bastards. It's like, it's hard to root for people when they're stupid.
It was predictable.
Well, it's very predictable.
But if
And-
you're a history fan, you would have recognized off the bat that was almost a recreation of the Battle of Cannae with the Punic Wars with the Carthaginians and the Roman army.
I heard somebody mention something about the
Yeah.
but the problem is right before it they say let's not do anything stupid and then
then
they
he
run
does
in
it,
and do
of
something
course.
stupid right away.
And you
I
knew
mean, like,
that's
the
gonna
plan
happen.
was to not do something stupid.
And if somebody's shooting arrows at you, fucking zigzag for Christ's sake. Don't run in a
Serpentine,
straight
serpentine.
line.
Are they alligators, the arrows?
No. Don't worry
we do
about
with
it.
alligators?
Don't worry about it, Jason.
Serpentine.
Serpentine, randomize your direction, get it there. And then, of course, Jon Snow does the stupid thing, and then blah, blah, blah. Then they recreate the Battle of Cannae.
And then even
And
stupider than that, you had Sansa.
knew Littlefinger was
Oh, you knew he
coming
was
with
coming.
Sansa.
And that makes Sansa look either completely stupid or the biggest bitch ever.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
instead of letting-
I forgot. I didn't tell you. I sent for Littlefinger and
Yeah,
Knights of the
I
Vale.
sent for the
who
Knights
has
of the
an
Vale.
entire army north. How does anybody miss that movement?
He's that good, apparently.
Apparently.
But the fact that the Knights of the Vale are coming, I'll let you kill my younger brother
Yeah.
just so I can keep my secret that the Knights will be here tomorrow.
Doug, any ideas?
Exactly.
Any ideas about that championship belt?
And then the whole battle with Ramsay at the end with Jon Snow, completely anticlimactic. It was like, oh yeah, see, about that one-on-one, I changed my mind.
Is that actual
stupid.
dialogue?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I think he delivered it a little differently, but the words I think were the same words.
Words, and then the whole thing in the bottom, the Sansa, well, your dogs are hungry. They're going to eat you. No, they won't. They're whatever. They're
You haven't
loyal
fed
to
them
me.
in 7
Yeah,
days.
7 days. Which you said.
Which apparently she wasn't there when he said that, though. She had already stormed off. So.
Same thing. She's like, "Where's Ramsay?" He's in the dungeons. Yeah.
So,
okay, let me
I'm
tell you,
like-
because I know you're gonna kill him.
Yeah, I'm only thinking that we're not supposed to be cheering for Jon and Sansa at this time. I can't cheer for characters who are doing stupid things. I actually wanted Ramsay to win the frickin' battle because the other two are stupid.
Yeah, pretty much. Even Sir Davos.
I know, and he's been my favorite character for the last 4
and of course
seasons.
they set it up. He found his little stag wooden, carving that he gave to Stannis' daughter.
Apparently
burned
that
at the
wasn't
stake.
made of wood.
Yeah, apparently it survived everything. And then, of course, he's looking at Missandra as I'm going to get even with that biatch. And then, of course, the whole thing Marine was kind of cool. It was very predictable again because I'm looking at that ships, fire, dragons.
Yeah. It was completely predictable.
And all of a sudden, the Greyjoys just show up. Hey, we want to form an alliance. You do? Yeah. My dad was a man and he was a king and he was bad. Our uncle is horrible and he's a man and he sucks as king too. And our dad sucked too. Well, if you want to join forces, you can't rape, pillage anymore. Well, that's what we do.
Okay,
we won't. It's
And
like,
they didn't even show up in time to help for the battle and take the ship.
Exactly. It was like a fast forward thing. It's like, oh yeah, this is an afterthought. Put it in here.
Everybody, and I'm being serious here. Everything I've seen online has said like this is one of the
Fake?
best. No, this is one of the best episodes.
You're right. I don't know who the hell these people are.
No, it was not a good episode.
It was especially
It was
anticlimactic.
better- it
After
was
I
better
watched the
than-
Cavs win the NBA championship in Game 7, and then I had to watch that.
You know the NBA's fake too.
No.
Just ask Steph Curry's
Oh
wife.
yeah, that's right. Aisha Curry. That's right. She said it's fake. So overall, I feel as though all of a sudden they're like fast forwarding a lot of plots that, as 365s would call him Beardy Face. Old Beardy Face would take 1,000 pages to write in order to get to that point, but I guess it works.
Well, so you're done watching Game of Thrones from now on, then?
No, I'm going to watch next week.
Okay, good.
But next week is the season finale.
Oh, goody.
Yeah, you got
So-
to.
Are you guys going to do an episode? I'm serious. Are you guys going to do an episode after that?
We'll do an episode after that.
Okay. That's
Sure.
How many episodes are in a season?
10. So we'll record an episode after that. So when you're out on maternity leave, we'll have something to play.
good. Okay, good.
When you're
I'm
out with
sorry,
your
so
new
it's paternity
spawn.
leave.
New spawn.
Your new spawn.
Well, let's continue.
Yes, to Passerby Podcast at Passerby Pod. They said, is number one fan Doug actually just John Goodman in disguise?
Ooh.
Doug, are you just John Goodman in disguise?
No, he's lost a lot of weight. I haven't.
Oh, so the answer is no.
Yeah, I've seen John Goodman's hands. They're not ape size like yours. Unless you're wearing prosthetics.
No.
Okay. Just checking.
Why would you get larger hands for prosthetics?
Because smaller hands won't fit over your big hands.
Did you see him try to open one of these
Glad
bag
you finished
packets?
with big hands, because I was worried where you were going with that.
Of course.
Unless, of course, you want to be Kristen Wiig, but then they're...
Tiny. Look, I got tiny hands. I'm funny.
Oh, I shit in the sink.
No, that's Melissa McCarthy.
That's Melissa McCarthy.
Same movie, doesn't matter.
Kristen Wiig couldn't wipe, though, because she has tiny hands.
Oh,
Now, in the upcoming Ghostbusters,
God.
does she like ectoplasm in the sink?
probably.
That would be pretty funny.
Yeah, it's going to be good. Jeff and I are going.
Yeah. Sometime.
Yes.
You know, that's fake, by the way.
Thank you, Blake.
Ghostbusters are real.
Go ahead.
No, not the old female cast. That one's fake.
Oh, the one.
See, the one with Bill Murray was real.
He's actually a real
That's right.
Ghostbuster?
That's right.
Okay.
All right, from Drinking in the Park at Neeland.Johnny. Says, why does the X-Men series have a confusing overall story arc, whereas the rest of the Marvel U doesn't?
Because it's done by Fox.
It's a good call.
Exactly, I
Good call.
agree.
Good call.
It is. It's confusing.
It's a horrible story.
It shouldn't be confusing. They reset it
Why
all.
they keep resetting? They go back into time and they change everything.
They only do that once.
It,
Okay,
all of
time
it
out,
doesn't
though.
matter.
Here's my issue, though. This one takes place in '83, X-Men Apocalypse.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Great year.
Baltimore won. Baltimore Orioles
series,
won.
yes.
Yes.
Do
They
they
should
have?
stay in that year.
Well, here's the issue. The next one takes place in the 90s, and I've told this to Jeff off air. So it takes place in the 90s. All these kids that they're trying to build the franchise around aren't going to age 10 years in the show.
They age the same time comic book characters age.
Stupid.
Scott Summers has been around since 1963. He's probably about, 35 now in the comic
It's
books?
stupid.
I mean, they're trying to make some kind of
He
continuity.
was 16 in 63. He's now 35 in 2016.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Can I don't want to go off on a tangent because I know you guys focus
never
so
here.
much.
Did they have any Depeche Mode in the one in 1983? Like
No.
the early Depeche Mode? I just can't get enough.
And I can't remember if I've asked this before, but in the comics, any comics, has there ever been a hero where they age out? You know, let's say like whoever, you know, he starts like in the 40s or whenever he started, and then after 30 or 40 years he gets old, somebody else takes over and he goes on.
No, that's when they go back in time.
Right, I mean, right, but I know they do that a lot.
Yeah.
But does anybody ever
There's been people that have retired and given it to their kids, like in the comic books.
and then never do it again?
Yeah, but I can't.
Have?
Yeah, Starman did it, correct? Didn't they do something with Starman on that one? That's actually a good one for Nickel.
Well, in the
Nickel,
comic
you actually
books,
have a listener
Batman,
feedback.
Didn't they do that? Batman in the comic books did
Well,
that, didn't he? When he's old.
And then he comes back.
Yeah.
The issue is, I have no problem. I've said this before. If they did something like that, now I'm not saying every year has to be a year in the books, but you could expand it out and him get older and older. I would have no issue with that,
Right.
and
I
have new
just-
people take over, like Bruce Wayne. I love Batman. I would have no issue if Dick Grayson took over the mantle. I know he has before, but like he would be the main guy. Bruce Wayne's gone. He's old. I have no issue with that whatsoever. But the problem is, they think these characters are so iconic that you can't change them that much.
And I guess you can't do it with this guy. He gets old. Well, why isn't this guy getting
Correct.
old? But-
You would have to, unless you could work around the, like, Superman, he's an alien.
Right.
Wonder Woman is a god. You know, you could do it around some of those. Flash, he just runs backwards in time whenever he has the Speed Force and is the fifth fastest guy in Central City.
Wonder Woman is a goddess.
Goddess. I apologize.
What about Aquaman?
He is a dolphin? Dolphinina, I think it's called. Yeah. Dolphina.
Does he go back into man-made?
I think
mermaid
so.
form?
I think he does.
Okay.
He's a cannibal. He eats tuna, and that helps him.
While we're on comics,
yes,
I believe the History of Bad Ideas Facebook page, I believe it was that, posted, hey, the plot for Justice League is out. It might not be so bad. Does that sound familiar?
This is synopsis. The synopsis.
Right. Okay. I read it. It was basically Batman gets the Justice League together.
And Steppenwolf is there.
Isn't that...
No. Steppenwolf is the big thing.
I think in the article...
Are they singing Magic Carpet Ride?
Okay, that was a little thing.
I think in the article you had that with, I read it, and it was like, Batman, gets together with these people, and it's like, well, yeah, it's the Justice League. What else would
that may not be, but if you link to the other articles from it, maybe I should have
Okay, because I'm like, what did you think the Justice League was going to be? Okay.
I should have paraphrased that or started that with, okay, but click on the other one. Steppenwolf, Darkseid's uncle, is the bad guy, is the next one.
His name is seriously Steppenwolf?
Yeah. The only reason I remember, he's a new god. And the reason why I remember him is he was the superpowers action figures I always talk about.
And he had magic carpet to ride?
Yeah. He was one of the characters I never got. I always thought he was badass. But
when Jason played with his superhero, you know what the Hall of Justice was? The Woodsy's little log that he used.
No.
So to this Justice League, does it have the goofy teenager couple with the dog, or does it have the Wonder
Wendy and
Twins
Marvin or the Wonder Twins? Which one does it have?
I hope it does the Wonder Twins. Wonder Twins activate. Hey, we haven't done that in a while. Anyways. But they said Darkseid is coming for Justice League Part 2 because they're going to beat Steppenwolf, and then Darkseid comes. Great. Now I'm going to always think about Magic Carpet Ride every time Steppenwolf comes on. They should do that in the movie. Play it up. That his music.
Yeah, exactly.
If you want, then just think about the Herman Hesse book, and then you don't have to worry about it.
Or you could think of Tiffany singing Steppenwolf. I think we're alone now.
There's nobody around.
That wasn't Steppenwolf.
Heavy breathing.
I was always a Debbie Gibson fan. Out of the blue.
Hey, Debbie Gibson and me share a birthday, so she's cool.
She cool? What are you, 7?
She cool.
She cool, man. Okay, moving on.
Wait, so he's Darkseid's uncle?
Yeah.
Who's Darkseid's dad?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
Steppenwolf's brother.
Darkseid.
Is he bad too?
Darkseid Senior.
Senior. He's actually an accountant.
He does the books for Dark.
Son, I don't understand why you had to go evil. Me and your mother have this nice Cape Cod house. I don't understand. What's the problem?
He's called
I learned by watching you, Dad.
It's called gray light. He's in that twilight, between darkness and light.
He's in the gray area.
He's in the gray area.
Okay, so moving on to...
Hey, are we doing listener feedback?
Bob's up next.
Hey, Bob.
Just Bob.
It says, why is Tom Hiddleston dating Taylor Swift?
I don't know.
Because he can.
Because he wants a song sung about him when he dumps her?
I mean, wouldn't anybody want that? Hit song written about you?
Yeah, but now if you get the royalties.
Dumping Taylor Swift? Yeah.
Who cares?
Dave Coulier has one. Cut it out.
Hey, there you go. You can always say that song is about me.
Yeah.
Can't take that away from me.
Yeah.
That's right.
Look it up, kids. Dave Coulier. That was exciting.
All right. Yeah, thank you. Next one from Randall Holt at RJ Holt 666.
He's not evil.
Just handled that way.
He says,
Did you guys steal that from Graphic Novice?
No.
We're the ones that created it.
I heard that on Graphic Novice.
Nickel just was upset he never got to say it, so fuck him. Anyways, moving on.
So,
I want a totem.
All right, so the Playboy Mansion was sold to the owner of Twinkies. Thoughts? And then he says, insert your where's the cream filling joke here.
Well, I think you just made the cream filling joke.
Where is the cream filling?
It's in the middle. The thing is, they have to keep Hugh Hefner. Has to part of the deal is that he has to
live there.
He has to live there.
He's like, what, 90 now?
Yeah.
I
He's
mean,
like
it's
the
not going to be
tenant-
for that much longer.
You think that, but he has no stress.
Okay, but Hugh
Stress
Hefner,
is the only thing that kills people.
He wears a bathrobe all day and surrounded by hot blonde booby chicks.
All I was gonna say is, okay, he has to live there, but can you kick out all the playmates?
That would be funny.
Maybe he wouldn't want to stick around.
He's the reason you keep him there.
Now, do you turn it into like a bed and breakfast and just
It's a disgusting bed and breakfast. I don't know what goes on there.
Well,
they clean the sheets daily.
by the B&B.
There's not enough clean
You watched The League?
Yes.
When Taco did his B&B?
Yes. It would
That
be the
type
same
of
thing?
B&B,
Okay.
yes.
Where sex is everywhere?
Yeah.
Better question. Where is the Playboy Mansion? Is it Hollywood?
I think.
Yeah. Okay.
Somewhere in the greater Los Angeles area. I think it's Hollywood.
in Sin City.
Hugh Hefner is a creepy old man.
He was a creepy young man when he was young.
Yeah, exactly.
Did that magazine go to non-nudity yet? I think it did, didn't it?
Yeah, I think they announced. Yeah, the first
They
one
announced
was.
it. I don't know if
Was it
came
March?
out yet.
The first non-nudity was actually some famous female celebrity. I forget. But yeah, they've gone. They've gone that route. Why not?
Okay.
I mean, with the prevalence of everything on the internet, and a 12-year-old boy doesn't have to look for Playboys
Well,
anymore.
the simple fact of the matter is that they're getting killed in sales by things like Maxim.
Yeah.
That's who if they take away the nudes, they can sit in your convenience store.
When you do Google search, the first thing that comes up is Playboy done, and second is Playboy still published. That's always a good sign.
Yeah, really. I always read it for the articles, anyways.
I actually did like the articles. I'm not kidding.
I like the jokes.
And speaking of Shel Silverstein, he was a graphic artist for Playboy.
Really?
Yeah, you didn't know
Graphic,
that?
huh? Graphic?
Graphic? I don't get it. He was a graphic novelist
that
for
was
Playboy?
part of the reason Shel Silverstein, when his poetry books and drawings came out for kids, they actually, banned him from several places because he was a Playboy graphic artist.
Those are stupid people. Just because he does one thing doesn't mean he's doing it in his other work.
Exactly. It's just the stupid guilt by association thing. That is bad, so therefore he must be, and we must boycott. The kind of stupid thought that's prevalent today.
I mean, I know he wrote some other stuff that was pretty perverted.
Mm-hmm. Some of it's pretty damn funny.
But it doesn't take away from, the stuff, the children's books he wrote.
Oh, they were great. I mean, they're classics. I mean, they're awesome. Who
Where
can
the
argue
Sidewalk
with that?
Ends, Light in the Attic, The Giving Tree. I mean, The Giving Tree, people.
That's right. It's a tree. It gives.
It's a very
There you go.
It's a very depressing one.
All right. Have you found your answer yet?
No.
Jason. See, this is why
It is nude free.
This is why we need like a Generation Y intern so they can get this stuff done quickly.
Yes.
Yes. You're an old guy. It takes you a while. All right. So while he's looking up that, let's go to Dr. Number One at Dr. Number One, who says, do vegans swallow?
They shouldn't if they follow their own credo. I don't know. I tend not to speak to vegans.
I became a vegan.
No, you didn't.
No.
You just told me you had a steak on Father's Day.
No, I did.
So unless you
Afterwards, he became a
unless
vegan.
you became a vegan, like since we started
It was a
recording
meatless
tonight.
steak. Meatless steak. Meatless. So there's your answer. I think the best
Yeah,
one that we
that
did
was
was
great.
Bob with Tom Hiddleston dating Taylor Swift. I think we actually got an answer on that one. So we're doing pretty good.
Did you find the Playboy answer?
No, not really.
You haven't.
I got bored. Anyways, moving on.
All right. While you start reading News of the Geek, maybe I'll try and find it and look it up.
Okay, thank you.
It's time for another installment of the News of the Geek.
I already found it.
What'd you find?
All right, the cover was Sarah McDaniel, and it was back in March, and she's an Instagram and Snapchat star, so it makes it look like she's taking a selfie of herself. Like, if you got a young, sexy girlfriend, she's going to take nudes of herself.
I'm feeling
look like
ill
that's what she's gonna
because
send you.
someone who is an Instagram and whatever Snapchat star
Looking pretty young.
should never be on the cover of a magazine, even if it's called Instagram and Snapchat Stars magazine.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, this centerfold was Dree Hemingway, the daughter and actress of Mariel Hemingway.
I thought she was a lesbian.
She
Apparently
could be.
not, for at least one inception.
Okay.
There
Really?
you go.
Shouldn't
So
she have her father's last name? I'm a little put off by that.
Well, when you got a name like Hemingway, why won't you use it?
Because you don't want to get famous off of your ancestors. That's bullshit.
Cash that in while you can, man.
And Jeff he walks the walk too because his real last name is Kardashian.
Oh, you're not allowed to say that name on this podcast.
That's bull crap. So, anyways,
So it is now no longer nude, correct?
that is correct.
As of March, apparently.
Now they're just in loose tops and underwear.
Oh, that's classy.
Like a,
I can't believe Maxim is still around.
yeah.
There's the Playboy May 6, 2016.
Ooh,
one.
grrr.
It's only this for video and all our fans could see.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would advise you not to look it up because it's pretty awful. Moving on. News of the Geek. Deadline reports that Comcast / NBC Universal which purchased DreamWorks Animation for $3.8 billion. Is
So
obviously
they just got DreamWorks Animation, not all of DreamWorks.
correct.
Okay.
It's looking to revive the Shrek franchise with more sequels because why not?
Why not?
We paid $3.8 billion. We're fucking going to make some movies.
Oh, yeah.
It's the studio's biggest franchise and has been dormant since 2010 Shrek Forever After.
You know why it's been dormant? Because the movies just got worse and worse as it went along.
They did get. I actually thought the second one was better than the first.
Oh, no, the first one was
And then
best by
it got
far.
very, very bad.
First one was good. The second one was passable and meh.
Shrek Forever After made $239 million domestically, $752 million internationally total. And it was the worst of the first three films in terms of money. So it was followed by 2011 by Puss in Boots, a spin-off that also did better internationally.
Because of Antonio Banderas.
Antonio. Let's see. He's NBC Universal Chief Executive Steve Burke added that Illumination Entertainment's Chris Malabora will be in charge of the new films. He is creatively going to try to help us figure out how to resurrect Shrek. Did he die in the last one?
Book of the Dead. Use Book of the... I think they may resurrect the franchise of Shrek.
Okay.
The Book of the Dead.
I would watch the last one if he died.
Well, actually,
Get
what
Bruce
I would
Campbell
say...
in to, read some words out of the Book of the
Actually,
Dead.
what I would say, I think there's a great segue between here and the teaser later of Sony's Picture the Star. They can actually merge.
So
Well, I'll let you break that news
We'll get
later.
to that.
talk about the star now.
We'll get to it in a second.
We'll get to it in a moment.
Okay, but part of the reason is now just because Disney, but
Yes.
Universal is the competition of Disney. They don't really own a lot of their
In theme parks.
theme parks. Yeah, they don't own a lot of their stuff. They don't own Harry Potter. It's in their park. They have. So they buy DreamWorks. They actually own the characters.
What else did
now.
DreamWorks do besides Shrek?
Puss in Boots.
From the Shrek franchise?
I'm not
Shrek
sure.
2.
Doug, look that up. Look it
I'll
up.
look
You're
that
the
up.
three.
But that's part of the reason is that they can actually own what they put in the park because they're even talking about, at Dayton, Disneyana, which I didn't see any of you guys there.
No.
You didn't see me? I was
No.
on stage.
I was there.
I was dressed as a ferret.
Kept pushing all the buttons. Didn't you see him? He kept running around.
They were saying they're going to open a third park, and that would probably be just
Universal?
Nintendo. There again, they don't own Nintendo.
Yeah.
So
Where would they open it at?
in that area, they just bought
Oh, you mean that in this section?
in the
Okay.
same area. Yeah.
You didn't see Jeff there because Richard Gere was there.
He wasn't dressed as a gerbil. It's a ferret. It's much
Oh,
safer.
sorry.
Much safer. Much safer.
Anyways.
Let's see. This comes after the
tried.
recent opening of a theme park attraction called Shrek's Adventure London by DreamWorks Animation and Merlin Entertainment. I know that none of you have young kids except for Doug and I, but God, why would you? I hate Shrek. I mean, I don't hate it, but does anyone care about it anymore?
Are they going to be able to get Michael Meyer to come back for that?
Oh, I'm sure. Here's some money.
I mean, Michael Meyer hasn't done anything but Shrek
No,
in the
not
past
lately.
10 years, right?
No.
After his
Love
last
Guru.
bombed.
Oh, God, yeah, Love
horribly.
Guru. Terrible. He's got to have done something since Love Guru,
No,
hasn't
he
he?
hasn't.
Yeah,
much.
I think it's Shrek.
They,
Yeah.
Wow.
they also have Kung Fu Panda,
Oh, yeah, that's
okay.
a big one.
Madagascar,
Yeah, it's a big one. That's a
It's
big
a
one.
big one. That's
Ants.
no.
That didn't do well.
No.
So they have Madagascar and Kung Fu Panda. Okay.
Well, that's 6 films right there. Isn't
That's
it?
not bad. Madagascar is actually not bad.
How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh, there you go. That's
2
it.
more films. Probably a third one on the way.
It is. How to Train Your Dragon is actually a really good franchise.
You know that's fake.
No, it isn't. It's real. The creation of this museum told me it was. Told me it was real.
And apparently they're coming out with Trolls,
Oh.
like the naked.
Oh,
thing.
yes. Justin Timberlake's doing songs for it.
Not the box trolls.
Yeah, not box trolls. These are the trolls I used to buy in the 90s or 80s or whatever. So moving on.
I think they date back to at least the 50s, don't they?
Yeah, but when I was growing up. Sorry, Jeff. Not when you were growing up. Screen Geek ran a story claiming that they've learned the identity of the big bad guy in the Defenders Netflix show that teams up Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, and Luke Cage.
Who is it? Who is it?
For anybody that knows me and knows how much I hate One More Day by Spider-Man, Mephisto?
Are you sure that's not a typo and it's not Mr. Fisto?
Fisto? Mr. Fisto would be awesome.
Fisto.
He's basically the devil in the Marvel universe.
And that's how they're going to bring the He-Man animated movie back to the screen, right?
Yes.
There you go.
Fisto brings it all together.
That's right. He brings it all in.
Oh, this man with an iron fist. That's great. Basically, they said they're going to bring the magical elements more into it, along with the devil or, mystical, because they're thinking Netflix might be doing Blade, Ghost Rider, and Moon Knight. Moon Knight I've been hearing about everybody's been hearing about for years.
And they'll keep in their back pocket in case they need it. They can bring Spider-Man in for a one-off episode, exactly.
And they're doing Doctor Strange movie, so they're adding the magic to the universe already.
Let's do the Doctor Strange Love movie. That would be kind of fun. I would like him as a superhero.
They already made a movie. It's called Strange Love.
It's
Doctor
fake.
Strange Love.
Okay, will you be done with Jessica Jones and the second season of Daredevil by the time the Defenders
I'm
come
up to
out?
it's episode 8 of Daredevil.
Okay.
I'm allowed 2.
I finished it.
And was it good?
Did you finish Jessica Jones?
No. I still got it.
Really
I
good.
know it's good.
Dark, but very good.
I know. One thing,
It's free on Netflix. You have Netflix, right?
It's not free on Netflix. I got to pay for Netflix.
But to get it off of Netflix, it's
Yes,
free.
it's free.
Jessica Jones is also free on Pornhub.
Is it Remy LaCroix?
No, it's Jessica Jones.
Is she a porn star?
Yeah, and just like 62 episodes.
No,
I don't know that.
I think we discussed this a while ago. I think you got the name confused.
I think you meant Jenny Jones.
Well,
the
it looked
ex-talk
like
show
I was going to
host.
enjoy it, but anyway,
She's hot.
I don't
She was
know.
hot.
No,
Jenny
hot talk show host. You're
Sally
thinking-
Jesse Raphael.
Exactly.
Those red glasses did it for
Big
me.
red glasses. That's a whole porn niche.
Yeah, just so it's not freaking Carney Wilson, son of a mother.
She did have a talk show, didn't she?
Yeah.
She turned you down. Anyways,
No. It's the other way around.
Jeff actually did meet Carney Wilson and asked her out, and she turned him down.
No, you gotta.
Anyways, Steven Spielberg.
We have to go through this whole story again.
No.
You should have presented her a ham sandwich.
So she could die like Mama Cass.
I just got a picture of Jessica Jones on the thing. Thank God we don't have cameras in here. Doug just showed me a picture of Jessica
Have I
Jones,
been
the
watching
porn
around
version.
Jessica Jones this entire time? I keep waiting for the superhero
I don't
stuff
think
to
that's the
happen.
Netflix version.
Oh, okay.
Moving on. Sorry, guys.
I don't know. That Luke Cage looks pretty good.
Look up Jessica Jones porn. You'll see.
Was it Idris Elba?
Steven Spielberg helmed Indiana Jones' new film. He stated that he will not die at the end of it. He will not die.
Well, now you're ruining the movie. Now I don't have to watch the movie if I know he's going to be alive at the end.
Spielberg announced it.
Yeah, there's no reason to watch the movie now. He lives. There's no reason to watch. All the tension is gone.
Let's see. The movie is currently set to be released on July 19th, 2019. 2 years after Harrison Ford's dead. So that should be really good. I'm excited about that.
That's horrible.
He looked old in the new Star Wars.
Yeah, he
Old
did.
at everything.
Chewie,
We're
we're
old.
old.
Is that
Actually, two went.
Actually, I feel like that's Harrison Ford doing the.
Yeah.
You know, in the next movie, if he was in it, too.
That was just his joints. That wasn't Chewbacca. That was
Harrison Ford
his
moving
back.
when he's running through the Falcon in the new movie. He looked really, really bad. So
Well, was that before or after the Falcon fell and broke his leg?
in real life, the only man that can lose to a door. Sony Pictures Animation. This is what we love. Sony Pictures.
I did have a question about
Yes, Indiana
this year
Jones.
because I had to look this up because I was interested. So The plot remains a mystery as of right now.
So was the plot of the fourth one.
Yeah,
That's a
so
mystery still.
5 is being written by David Cope.
Yes.
I kind of think the plot of the second one is kind of a mystery too.
Yeah, well, all
They
right.
remove your heart and you don't die. I still don't get it.
It's mystical.
Yeah, so I had to look up David Cope and see
Yes.
what he's written. He's done Mission Impossible, Jurassic Park, Spider-Man.
Ooh, Jurassic Park.
So he's actually done some interesting things.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think of what the 5th one is going to be, because you're going in time and sequence, right? So you start out with the Ark, and then we went with the Stones, you know. and
Which
then
actually took place before the Ark.
They actually took place before the Ark, and then after that it was the Grail.
Great.
Then after the Grail's the Crystal Skulls. So this is going to be like the 70s, like Indiana Jones and the Trail of Sasquatch.
Bionic Man
that
beat
would
him
be-
to it.
Yeah.
$6 Million Man,
I mean,
sorry.
because it's got to be something mystical or anything, or Indiana Jones and the Trail of Sasquatch, Indiana Jones and the Druidic Stonehenge.
I'm telling you, Fountain of
Fountain of
Youth.
Youth.
We
Jones
copyrighted.
and the
That's how
Fountain
you
of
make
Youth.
it. He finds it. He accidentally falls
Where?
in.
It can't be Florida.
He comes.
It'll be in Atlantis.
It's a retire. That was the other one I kept hearing as a
He'll be retired in Florida.
just tripping, falls into the fountain out front of the
Retirement home?
Yeah.
How come no one else did this?
Who put this cocoon in
The
here?
best part, Indiana Jones and the Fountain of Youth, he actually goes into Epcot and is one of the fountains in Epcot.
The dancing waters.
Yeah, it's not going to be good.
No, okay, I was just trying to figure it out.
Let's.
But yeah, that would be a great top 5. What should the next, or a good listener feedback one? What should the next Indiana Jones plot be? The title called.
Well, Hollywood reporters keep saying that they should do a new generation of Indiana Jones, like a new, like his
They
son or
already
something.
did that with River Phoenix, back with the tales of young Indiana Jones.
They did that with Mutt.
Mutt Williams. Hey.
Yeah.
But they said,
Shia
yeah,
LaDouche.
they won't do it. They keep thinking that Harrison Ford can do 2 more at least. How? I don't know, but stop it.
I mean, that's why they killed him off in the first Star Wars, wasn't it? They were
Yeah,
worried about
Force
his age.
Awakens. Let's see. Sony Pictures, because we love Sony Pictures.
Sony Pictures.
Sony Pictures Animation has announced its upcoming film slate through 2018. Smurfs, The Lost Village. It's a fully animated comedy that, we'll be the judge of
it's
comedy.
Not live action. It's not the Neil Patrick Harris live action.
It's a
one?
full animated movie that delivers a fresh new take, they're fake, on famous blue creatures.
They're fake, yes.
They said they're going to return to the tone and style of the beloved comic book creations of Peyo. It hits theaters April 7th, 2017. Let's see. The voice cast includes Demi Lovato as Smurfette, Jack McBrayer as Clumsy, Joe Manganiello
I like him.
And Johnny Yellow.
as Hefty, Danny Pudi,
Like him.
Pudi Bang as Brainy, and Rainn Wilson as Gargamel, Mandy Patinkin
Potemkin.
Manny
Thank you.
Patinkin.
as Papa. They said they will not be doing the live with the actors in it anymore. They are doing it, and they got the blessing
So
of the
Inigo
comic
Montoya
book.
is going to be Papa Smurf. I love it.
Yeah,
They said they actually got the they talked to the person that created, like the family that created this, and they're actually going to do it more in that vein. It's like, gee, you think you should have done that the first time?
They should have.
Yeah.
He was going to do the Smurf with the flower in his hair.
Vanity?
Vanity.
Vanity Smurf. Yeah.
I would say Daniel Craig. I could see Daniel Craig doing that.
That's why he left the James Bond series.
Got better offer to be Vanity than the Smurf.
Exactly.
Who's going to be Jokey?
Jokey?
The one who had one joke.
Oh! See?
Seinfeld.
Carlos Mencia.
Actually, no, if they got Jerry Seinfeld, that'd be pretty cool.
He's
Why are you opening the box?
No,
It'll
he's
just
on the
blow
way.
up in your face.
We're just a little blue people. We're just running around. Why are we here?
He's doing the B movie too.
Oh,
It's coming back.
Jason, your turn. Let's go. These guys did the invitation. Go ahead.
What is the thing with umbrellas? I don't get it. Why do you need an umbrella?
What does it have to do with the Smurfs?
Oh, we're doing Smurf. I thought we were doing Jerry
We're going
Seinfeld.
Jerry Seinfeld as a Smurf.
Oh, it's a Smurf. La 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 la. Why are we singing? I don't understand why we're singing. What are we singing? We're singing one letter. Why is there only one female in this group? Smurfette. I mean, that's tough competition. I don't get it.
All right, that wasn't too bad.
Third place, but
Oh, yeah.
still
For me,
sucks.
third place is winning.
It's
And we know it's
still
all
bronze.
and we know the floppies at the end of the year is all rigged for him to win anyways.
This is the big one that Blake is excited about. Emoji movie.
What?
Express yourself. A surprising, again, this is from Sony, a surprising comic take, again, we'll be the judge of that, on the secret world of phones and the beloved characters that have become daily necessities in global interpersonal communication. The feature, targeting an August 2017 release, is directed by Anthony Leondis and written by Anthony Leondis and Eric Siegel.
Is there anything more worthless in the world than emojis to begin with?
You
Anything
haven't
worse
been
than a
buying your
damn
Pepsi
smiley
this summer?
face?
What's Pepsi?
Okay, A, it's Pepsi and not Coke, so no.
Well, Coke has the song
Songs,
lyrics?
yeah.
Apparently the 16-ounce bottles of Pepsi, they all have emojis on the...
Why?
I have no idea.
Oh,
I saw that.
so you don't even get like free emojis with
No,
Pepsi
no.
or something?
I don't know. It's just there's on each bottle there's a different emoji.
This is the worst. Like, what is
Oh
this?
yeah,
What
I
is
saw
this
that
gonna
commercial.
be?
I think it's a
no
whole bunch of
idea.
millennials high-end ecstasy using Pepsi bottles to get laid. They're communicating through emojis.
That has got to be the worst thing, right? Next to Tetris the movie.
I'd rather watch Tetris the movie.
Tetris the movie.
It's coming. Tetris the movie's coming.
When's Pac-Man?
$80 million
coming?
budget for Tetris.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I'm not kidding.
They might as well make a movie about Battleship.
They did.
Oh wait, sorry.
They might as well make a movie about Clue.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah,
Here's the big
we're trying
one.
to talk about bad movies. Jeff.
Oh, I'm still angry over at the cheeky monkeys over at 365
Wow.
for semi-dissing Clue.
I wonder how they liked my top 5 list last week.
Let's see. The Star. The one Blake wants the Shrek characters to join
to
with.
tie into the Shrek. Keep this in mind as he reads the description.
The working title for the studio's upcoming Nativity film, which is scheduled for December 2017 release. Computer animated feature is directed by Oscar nominee Timothy Reckart from Head Over Heels,
Whatever that
Whatever
is.
that is.
and written by Carlos Kotkin,
Kotkin.
and Simon Moore. In The Star, a small but brave donkey and his animal friends become the unsung heroes of the greatest story ever told, The First Christmas.
Donkey and Puss in Boots.
Isn't that
I like it.
Isn't that the story of Nestor the long-eared donkey?
I think it is.
Yeah.
But this one has Eddie Murphy in it.
Donkey.
If you did a crossover,
Well, okay.
which I would kind of
And
pay to
Shrek.
see.
Put Shrek in put Shrek in the
I
nativity.
like it. I like it.
Yeah.
That reminds growing up, we put up the nativity scene and we
Yeah.
just started putting our toys in the nativity scene. Like at first we put like Santa Claus like peering through the window of the thing, and
That's not creepy.
And then we had like a Smurf toy in there, and then all of a sudden like the whole thing is just full of just little toys and knickknacks, and we
Full of
had
your action
Pedro
figures.
the toothpick carrying donkey in there. I think.
You had Fisto.
No, we didn't have.
He was
Fisto.
protecting everybody.
Fisto is not allowed in our Christmas nativity.
Hotel Transylvania 3 is coming September 21st, 2018.
Yeah, I like this.
Director Genndy Tartakovsky from Dexter's Laboratory and Star Wars The Clone Wars returns to helm his brand new adventure, saying,
Yeah.
I thought I was done exploring the world of Hotel Transylvania after the first two films.
yes.
But while I was away, I needed money from the franchise, finishing my TV show Samurai Jack. An idea sparked that I got really excited about and made
Money.
it irresistible
How much
to
money you
return.
offering me? Okay. How much?
I got an idea. A couple of millions of dollars worth of idea.
They also, Netflix is just greenlit that for a TV series. on
Hotel
their show.
Transylvania?
Yeah. The first two were actually not horrible. My son actually really likes them.
I probably still have to. I'll have to watch them to give them a chance. They're
not
don't
horrible.
They sound horrible though.
It's
like
Adam
if the-
Sandler, so
Yeah, if the commercials were any indication of the movie, they can't be that good.
there's funny parts in it.
Well, Netflix has basically become Adam Sandler's buddy recently,
Yeah, they
haven't
signed
they?
a
With
deal,
all his
yeah.
Oh
Netflix
yeah, God.
movies and stuff they're doing.
Did the
Ridiculous Six.
whatever it was called?
And there's
That was a good
he's
movie,
got a
wasn't it?
couple
Ridiculous
out
Eight
there.
or whatever?
There's another
Terrible.
one too.
Yeah, he was a shoe shiner guy too. That's another one too. There's been 3 so far. Spider-Man, the animated film, separate from the MCU film universe, because why not?
Why not?
Because at this point it doesn't even matter. Is still set for a theatrical release December 21st, 2018. written by Phil Lord and Bob Persiski.
Persichetti.
Head of story on Puss in Boots and the Little Prince.
I see a tie-in.
Yeah.
Puss in Boots can be in Spider-Man.
That's
The idea is that this is going to be the Miles Morales one. From the other Earth.
Ultimate.
Yeah, Ultimate
Earth. The Earth that's better than ours.
The other ideas are that Miles Morales is actually going to be in the Spider-Man: Homecoming movie too. Yeah. So why not just keep it all fucked up? Why not?
You know, I was flipping channels and on, I don't know, Disney XD or whatever, there was a Spider-Man animated cartoon.
Sinister Six?
Yeah. There was like 6 different Spider-Man.
Yeah. They go through different time points.
Who are they?
There's a film noir.
One was the Orange Spider.
Yes.
Iron Spider?
Orange Spider.
Noir. Yes. One's Miles Morales. One is Spider-Man 2099. It's a weird show.
I only saw like 5 minutes.
My son watched some of it, and it's a little weird. Like, he's not bad, but...
So we're like 3 of them or something? Like actually Peter Parker and from different places?
I don't remember exactly, but yeah, it was okay. Not great. So there's your big news. Quickies. Legends of Tomorrow is a new crew member. Deadline reports that Nick Zano from Minority Report has been cast as Dr. Nate Haywood, better known, obviously, as Commander Steele. He's actually...
That's the guy who Shaq did the movie about?
Yes, exactly, Steele. He's also will be joining Our Man from the Justice Society.
Yes, Our Man was introduced in the last episode.
Yes.
Have you finished?
No, I got one episode left.
Seriously.
I will be completely caught up when everything's done, when by the summer starts. And sad news, Anton Yelchin, rising actor best known for playing Chekhov in the new Star Trek films, killed by his own car as it rolled down his driveway early Sunday. Police said the car pinned him, he's 27, against a brick mailbox pillar and a security fence at the home in Los Angeles.
Always put your car in park.
Well, they did, and
with the safety brake.
The idea is that's one of the reasons why Jeep is recalling them, because it doesn't work. So,
putting it in park doesn't work?
Oh, yeah.
Small issue for Jeep.
That's why you don't buy Jeep Cherokees.
And emergency brake. Always put on your emergency brake. Even if you park on flat ground, get in the habit of always putting on your emergency brake.
Wow, look at you, Karen.
I've had this discussion before recently.
And turn your wheels.
Yes.
Don't leave it straight. Always turn it all the way to the left, or always turn it all the way to the right.
Make sure your pants are
especially, make sure your pants are buttoned up too. But no, seriously, I guess I read that the angle of his driveway was like really steep, and for some reason he got out to go check on something behind the car, and
yeah, I heard. I remember him from Huff, the Showtime TV series. One of their first ones years ago, maybe 07-ish or so. It was with Hank Azaria as a psychologist.
I remember Hank Azaria was in Huff,
it was
but
great.
I never saw it.
The first season was great. The second season was awful. But that's how I first found him, as he was the son. And that's the first I saw of him.
I remember when he was in the one Terminator movie.
Which one? All of them are awful.
Yeah, the fourth
is that
one?
the one where the timeline got all messed up?
Probably.
Oh, okay.
Terminator, Apocalypse, Days of Future Past.
Yeah.
I forgot what it was subtitled. Not the latest one, the Genesis, but the one before that.
Okay, but that's where
he played. Was it Kyle Reese? He played the young Kyle Reese.
Okay,
I think.
Sure.
Well, he was also Guillermo del Toro is doing a cartoon series for Netflix called Troll Hunters. I'm figuring it's probably based on the movie. That wasn't a cartoon.
The long-haired dolls?
No. Different.
The naked little dolls?
Different one. Okay. Troll Hunters. And he was actually in the middle of halfway through doing all his voice work for one of the characters. So they're going to obviously have to do something with that. But yeah, he was a really good actor. So sad news.
Okay, but he was pinned between the mailbox, which had a gate. You live in a gated community. Does that ever worry you?
No, because Nate, my security guard, Earl.
What happened to Nate?
Oh, Nate's on vacation this week. He's actually at the Creation Museum for the week. So
okay.
Earl's here this week. So I'm good with that then. I'm good. Did you see Earl at the gate today, Doug? You came in?
He must have been on lunch.
Oh, okay. Well, we're very strict here. Very strict. And Michael Keaton has officially signed on to play Vulture in Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Birdman has signed on to play Vulture.
Yeah,
He's back on.
Yeah, I thought that was like that rumor was going to be dead, but no, apparently he's doing it.
So there is your news of the geek.
Hi, this is Mark. Congratulations. You have found this amazingly awesome show. Chances are you're listening to it right now on whether it's iTunes or Stitcher Radio or some other mobile app that allows you to stream this amazingly awesome show to your ear holes. And I can't stress how awesomely amazing this show really is. But did you know that you can also catch the latest episode of this show on the Tangibound Network? That's right. Go check out tangiboundnetwork.com. You can look them up and you can listen to it right there. It's even mobile friendly. What more could you ask for? Which means you can pull it up on your iPhone or your Android, even your Windows phone. Yeah, who has one of those? But still, point remains, you can do it. You can do it. Check it out, tangiboundnetwork.com. Listen to this show, the latest episode, every time. Check it out.
All right, everyone's favorite musical intro. It is time to bring back one of our favorite segments of all time.
John Noble news.
No.
Oh.
Chris Pratt news.
Chris Pratt!
Chris Pratt news.
I want somebody to look this up. It's probably been ages since, like, 100 episodes since we did Chris Pratt news.
It could be.
It could be. For those that are new to the show, go back and listen. Not to episode 1, though. Chris Pratt
There was
news.
no Chris Pratt news. Probably the first dozen episodes there was no Chris Pratt
John
news.
Noble news we had for a while.
Yes.
I know it was at least before episode 18.
Yes. Yes. Were you here for Chris Pratt news often?
Yeah, I think you did Chris Pratt news when I did my first podcast. Yeah.
Chris
So it was
Pratt.
at least before 18.
Yeah. So,
Because
if
I
you're
kept
excited-
saying, what is this fascination with Chris Pratt and
His
his
abs.
abs?
His abs. Abs. Oh, Chris Pratt abs. Yes, you could actually break a cheese grater on them. That's right. Chris Pratt news today. It is Chris Pratt's birthday.
As we record,
Yay.
Welcome, Chris Pratt. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
He came on our show once. Remember that?
oh, he did.
He did. He did. It's very
Or
short.
at least, well, it was really Star-Lord.
Sorrel came on, but it was a good episode. But yes, happy birthday, Chris Pratt. Congratulations on not dying.
Didn't
So-
he block you from his Twitter feed?
I don't want to talk about that.
Well, when Jason kept saying, Chris Pratt, come on our show, Chris Pratt, come on our show, he's like, God damn it, no!
Yeah, it was a cease and desist. John Noble did that too. So, Doug, would you like to say anything about Chris Pratt?
I see he's fluent in German.
Really?
That's what I read on
Really?
IMDb.
Wow. He's a Seattle Seahawks fan too.
Well, he's from the Pacific Northwest.
Yes, yes.
From
And
the
he's married
state of
to-
Washington.
Anna Faris, so.
Yes, who is also from the state of Washington.
Anna
And they met
Faris.
in Hollywood. Isn't that?
Yeah.
It's ironic.
Anna Faris.
It's kind of like, rain on your wedding day. Cut it out.
You know, I like the fact that he's married to Anna Faris.
Doesn't
I
affect
actually,
you.
that kind of like raises his game in my eyes.
Yeah.
You know?
'Cause she's pretty hot.
He's a big time hunter.
God, that... I think I want to be part of that three-way.
Yeah, I would. I'm not allowed to have a 5 list.
Blake, you and Anna Faris?
Yeah, I'd do that.
Blake is not allowed in
Blake and Chris Pratt.
Well, you know, I really wouldn't have to look at Jeff because he'd be dressed up in a ferret outfit.
We're done with the nuts.
Right. See, I'm not allowed to have a 5 list, but if my wife were to let me have a 5 list, Anna Faris would be on my
You're
list.
not allowed to have a 5 list, but you're allowed to have a 3-way. That makes sense.
Yeah. In fantasy, everything's possible.
Yeah, I just have pictured of Jeff as a squirrel. Not a ferret, just a squirrel, so I'm a little scared.
Yeah, that's in your brain now.
Yeah, that's scary.
I have a question. He's a hunter. Does he use an AR-15 to hunt?
Okay, box office news now.
It's time for Box Office Bombs.
Okay, apparently this week we are not having bombs. We got Finding Dory opening this weekend at the #1 slot, making $136 million in its opening weekend. I think I was a little low on my
I said
prediction
150.
last week.
You said 80?
I thought it was 75
It
or
might
something.
be.
Yeah.
Blake said $1, so it was pretty close.
Oh.
It was close.
Did I win?
No, I did. Well, I went over.
You went over, so then I won.
Yeah, Jeff
No,
won, actually.
but I was under.
But I
So
was under but closer.
Oh, okay.
But so yeah, Finding Dory.
It's already past The Good Dinosaur.
in a weekend.
Yes.
Did you see The Good Dinosaur?
No, I did not.
You need to. It is. You know what you need to do? Go on to Everything Wrong with the Good Dinosaur on that CinemaSins YouTube. They'll do the whole movie for you. It's worth it. It's awful. It's so awful. At one point, they start playing the Lion King music in the background because it's the same thing.
All right, number 2, Central Intelligence made $34.5 million on its opening weekend on a budget of $50 million. So that'll that's what's his name in that?
Central
Little Heart, and a Big Johnson.
There
Isn't
we
that
go.
one of the things?
Yeah.
One of the promos is
One of the
Little
promos.
Heart
Oh,
and
yeah.
Big Johnson.
Yeah.
That looks amusing, and I would like to see that, so I'll watch it for free.
That's the name of Salty Languages in ours.
Yeah.
I'll watch that for free next podcast.
The Conjuring 2 made $16 million, a total of $72 on a $40 million budget. So yeah, we'll get more bad horror movies coming.
Shocking.
No, supposedly it's supposed to be good. What are you talking about?
Supposedly it's supposed to be good for people who think horror movies are good.
You better hope it's good because the director is doing Aquaman.
That's right.
The Conjuring could be bad and Aquaman be good.
They did say after this one made so much money last week, they're like, well, we do have an idea for a third one. It's like, yeah.
Delay Aquaman for a couple more years. There's no money in Aquaman.
What do you think of Doctor Strange possibly having horror elements into it? Have you
Really?
heard that?
No.
I've heard that.
Well,
That's
horror like
interesting.
scary monsters coming from the netherworld type thing.
Well, they're going to have puppets that dismember people?
I think that is the one Marvel movie I'm not taking my son to see just because I don't think it's really... not even the scary... Like, if it's scary, I just think it's going to be very out there.
Yeah.
Kind of over a 6-year-old's head, maybe.
Yeah. I don't even... Like, I'm intrigued by the trailer. I was not intrigued by the movie at all. And I saw the trailer, and it looks trippy. I like it.
It does look trippy. Number 4, Now You See Me Too. I suppose that's our bomb so far of the week. $10 million, a total of $41.5 million on a $90 million budget. They probably shouldn't have made a second one. I don't see a third one in their future.
They greenlit a third one.
I ain't going to see
Just
it.
because they greenlit doesn't mean that it's going to... I don't get it. Number 5, Warcraft made... Ooh, in its second week, Warcraft is at $6.5 million.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Sorry, Warcraft. Good thing China exists. Total of $38 million on a $160 million budget.
Yeah, it made $200 million in China, so they're doing all right.
They're doing all right in China.
I think Chinese people are the only people that are still playing World of Warcraft.
They said it's getting a sequel.
Well,
It will.
It's doing
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
in
We talked about it
China.
last week.
Yeah.
No,
Duncan Jones officially came out and said he wants in for the sequel. Like, yeah.
Well, yeah, you get paid a lot of money and get paid a lot of, Chinese yuan. Yeah.
Juan.
Through Monday, it's made $379 million worldwide.
Warcraft.
Yes.
Doug, did you see, since you're a Disney fanatic, did you see the new trailer for Pete's Dragon?
No.
It looks better.
I've heard it looks better. I'm a Disney fan. I don't really see all the movies.
No, I know, but I'm
I'm
going...
a fan of the parks. I don't really...
Well, okay, you're the expert, and I have to ask you because
okay.
look who I'm surrounded by.
I'm just the opposite. I could care less about the parks. If they put out a good movie, I'll watch a good movie.
But I never liked Pete's Dragon, the original.
No, Pete's Dragon sucked.
Yeah.
I watched
Pete's
Inside
Dragon,
Out.
the
Everybody's
original
like,
was good.
oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
I thought Sadness was a pain in the ass.
Oh, and
Inside Out.
I like Inside Out. I agree. Sadness,
is a pain in the ass, though. No one wants to be sad.
I would have thrown that sadness over the cliff.
Yes.
She was annoying.
Yes.
But it was Phyllis from The Office.
I did less about the
yeah.
part. You like Pete's Dragon?
Yeah,
Like?
I like the original.
Really?
Yeah, the
Have you
live
seen-
with the animation.
Yeah.
He's a big Helen Reddy
Well,
fan.
back in the day, that was pretty good.
I am
Oh,
one.
I hated
Hear
it.
me roar.
So much.
Whatever.
I'm Pete's Dragon. Hear me roar.
You know it's fake.
What?
What? That was real. That's where they got the whole Game of Thrones basis thing on.
This is all based on Elliot.
Yeah.
Elliot. Upcoming out this weekend, June 24th. Independence Day: Resurgence.
Pass.
Yes.
Pass.
I'm excited.
The Shallows.
I'm excited.
What's that about?
Sharks
Oh, that's
attacking.
the shark.
She's stuck on a...
Yeah,
Blake Lively's
it's
stuck on a
never
rock.
surf by yourself.
I thought she was with somebody because somebody gets eaten by the shark.
Yeah, she's with 2 other people and they get eaten. She finds them there. She doesn't go with them, but they're all surfing and they get killed.
I just know there were multiple people in the
The
trailer.
new trailer looks decent.
She's stuck on the reef, and the water's coming in, and the shark keeps circling her. And
Yeah, the new trailer, she's trying to figure out how fast she has to swim or like the distance and all that. And she's trying to like figure the thing to get to the little buoy thing and all that. But I will rent it. I don't think I'm going to go see it.
But this guy, that was Blake Lively in those previews.
I don't even think I'll see that one for free.
Oh yeah.
If you pay me, maybe I'll watch it.
I'll pay you $1.
Yeah, I'll watch it. Blake Lively. I'm not allowed to have a 5 list, but if I were, she'd be on it.
And also the Free State of Jones.
I really want to see that.
I would like to see that one.
Yeah.
Matthew McConaughey.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Based on a true story. The true story is really interesting because I was reading about
So
it.
I didn't even know about it.
Yeah, what's that?
I didn't even know
Not
about
fake.
it.
No, no, that is not true. That is true.
Well, it is fake. It's just a fake version of some true story.
They said though, like even in that area now, half the people, like the older people,
Still claim they're in Jones.
no, they hate Jones, and the younger kids are actually the ones that like him because he's rebellious. And they said the older people don't like him because they think he's a traitor to the South. So it's kind of interesting.
Well, if you're going to be a traitor to something, I think the South is probably one of the things you would probably should.
If you're a traitor to traitors, what does that make you? Loyalist?
Fake. Oh, sorry. Fake.
Hey, speaking of movies,
Yes.
I thought you were going to see 10 Cloverfield Lane this past weekend.
not.
So you can give us your review in the last 10 minutes.
not.
So myself,
I really liked it.
myself and Pam Morris are disappointed.
I liked it except for the last 10 minutes.
You're lying. If you haven't seen the movie.
I liked the last 10 minutes.
Have you...
Nope.
I was going to say, wait a minute. You hadn't seen the movie.
So you don't watch Daredevil, you don't watch Jessica Jones,
God.
you don't watch 10 Cloverfield Lane.
So what
do you watch?
When do
This
you
week,
do,
I really haven't watched hardly anything.
When do you do your research?
Well,
Only when Nickel calls.
I am caught up on America's Got Talent.
Oh, God. At the time you were watching America's Got Talent, you could have watched any of the things we discussed.
Is that why they're all getting shot?
What?
Too soon.
Okay,
That was a voice.
Oh, same thing.
I was like, what are you talking about?
Sorry.
All right, this week's...
If Jason ends up watching you on one of those talent shows, your life is numbered. Your days are numbered.
This week's...
By the way, Jason, that's fake.
No. Anyways, moving on.
This week's buy-sell, Ellen DeGeneres.
I guess bye. Are they making a Finding Dory 3?
I'm gonna sell because I don't think she'll do anything better than Finding Dory.
She annoys me, so I'll sell.
I mean, I like when she dances
I
on her
agree
talk
with
show,
you.
but
That's
you know.
fake, by the way.
Oh man!
Yes.
But
Doug?
I'm buying. I think you guys are all homophobes.
No,
I
it's not
cannot
that.
believe that. Just
No.
because she's a lesbian, you don't want any part of her.
No, it's because I don't think she's going to make Mr. Right Part 2.
Yeah, I'm with you.
The Rock, buying or selling?
The new movie, The Rock? Welcome to The Rock?
No. The actor,
Talking about
Dwayne
Johnson.
Johnson. I'm assuming we're talking about Dwayne Johnson.
Let's hear a rock.
You know, I would have bought him a long time ago.
Yeah. Well, will you buy him now?
Well, maybe I'll sell now. I'd probably sell now. I'll try and cash that in.
I think I'm gonna buy The
Cash that
Rock.
stock.
There's still another Fast Furious movie coming
Oh,
out.
yeah, he's in, yeah.
And I think he's kind of on the rise even still.
I'm going with The Rock. I'm going to do my impression, Doug. You happy now? Welcome to The Rock. There you go.
Wow, that was
That's my impression.
terrible.
Welcome to The Rock. Oh, really? Where's your Sean Connery? Come on. I wanna
Oh, was that your Sean Connery? Oh, well, I didn't realize we were doing a Sean Connery. Oh, okay. We named the dog Indiana.
Mine's better. Okay.
I win.
Vote for a free Scotland.
Rock, did everyone put in their
I'd buy
Dwayne
The
Johnson?
Rock because he's on my wife's list of 5. So if I can get him,
You get a threesome.
I can get I'll get my list of 5.
You get a threesome.
Hey, so he's on your wife's 5 list?
Yeah.
If she was allowed to have one.
If she was allowed to
That's
have
right.
one.
Okay, there you go.
I think your wife has mentioned that many times
Yes.
about The Rock.
Yes.
Does she have 4 other people, or is he it so
just pretty
far?
much it.
Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. The Rock.
Yeah.
The Rock.
Rocky Maivia.
If he's on wrestling because he shows up here,
Yeah.
she'll actually say, we can watch this. Okay.
He is charismatic.
Yeah, you can have a three-way, but you'd have to be wearing the Nixon mask.
No, you have to be wearing a rock mask.
Oh, sorry.
That'd be, just stand over in the corner there. We'll call you when we need you.
Flycatcher with her horse's head mask. Doing his threesome with Chris Pratt and Jeff. I mean, with Anna Faris, whatever.
Well, if I had a 5 list,
or a 5-way, you could put Anna Faris and Chris Pratt in there.
maybe Chris Pratt would be on that list too.
He is a good-looking man.
Okay, you can't have
And then I can steal your idea for my wife.
If you can't have a 5 list, maybe some week these guys could come up with a 5 list for you.
There you go.
Yeah, Chris Pratt.
Next week, our top 5 will be top 5 women or people that should be on Blake's top 5 list.
Melissa McCarthy, Kristen Wiig.
Matter of fact, the entire cast of Ghostbusters is just one.
Hillary Clinton.
Hillary Clinton.
Chelsea.
No,
Clinton.
you guys are just getting evil, okay? It was funny. No, it's not.
Dragon Lady. Moving on.
Pete Rose's wife?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Continuing on, Kevin Hart. Are we getting Kevin Hart stock or selling Kevin?
Sell.
I'll go ahead and buy it. It may actually go up after this movie.
Yeah,
I think
I buy because sooner or later he's going to play a different character.
No, that's tricky.
Well, no, I'm going to buy because he's not going to play a different character. But apparently, this character that he keeps playing in his Ice Cube movies and now this movie,
He's the Melissa McCarthy of male comedians.
I think he's better than that. I think he's
know.
better than Chris Tucker.
Oh, I like that. Okay.
And
Never touch black man's radio.
and I don't think he's going to just like disappear after making like
Chris Tucker just retired.
Yeah, he just retired after his
movie. Yeah.
Rush
Hour.
Rush Hour movies. I think Kevin Hart's going to keep making them and making them and making them.
Okay. Ride-along 6.
Yeah, those look so bad.
Yeah.
At least this one looks amusing. Those ride-alongs just.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was our box office news.
So just on a tangent,
What
since we're
tangents?
on the Tangent Bound Network, anyways, real quick for a quickie. I recorded George Fest, which was on MTV. It was essentially tons of superstars in music, current, past, basically playing a tribute to George Harrison and covering all his songs.
Oh,
whether he was part of a Beatle or non-Beatle, post-Beatle era. And they're like, and Conan O'Brien. I'm like, what the hell? They're going to have this hosted by Conan O'Brien? And so the very first thing they start off with, and now here, to start off George Fest, Conan O'Brien, it was a live concert. And I was like, what's he going to do? Stand up and talk to people? He's, so they focus in on him. And he's talking at the microphone, and they pull out, and he's like, yeah, all right, so this is my song. Hopefully, I'll do all right. And it's like Conan O'Brien playing guitar, not the lead guitar, but basically they opened up George Fest with Conan O'Brien, and he did Old Brown Shoe.
Okay.
And he did it very well, actually.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to complain about Conan O'Brien.
No, actually, it blew me away because I thought, what's he going to do? He's going to MC this thing, tell some jokes or whatever. But no, actually, Conan O'Brien is apparently a huge George Harrison fan. And he can play rhythm guitar and sing. And he did Old Brown Shoe, which is actually a pretty catchy tune. It's not that easy.
Is he still alive, George Harrison?
No.
No,
Okay,
he passed away.
Over 10 years ago.
Was it?
No, it's been a couple years. Yeah, it's been about, what?
Oh, Doug, researcher.
It has been probably, about 5 or 6 years, I think, now.
I was just wondering if you
I'm
did.
still guessing over 10.
No, but anyways, it was a star-studded fest, and it was on MTV. It was called George Fest.
Oh, that's right, because MTV is starting to play music again, I heard.
Yes.
Yeah. It was, it's pretty good. If you're a big fan of George Harrison and Beatles, basically, it's just a quick, everybody doing a cover, doing their favorite George Harrison song that he wrote.
I never knew you were a Beatles fan.
November 29th, 2001.
2015 years.
Just a couple years ago. Says how old I am. Oh, my God. It's been 15 years?
It's been 15 years.
Our listeners aren't that old.
Oh, my
I hope they
goodness. Well, I hope they're listening with parental consent.
Only 58 at the time.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
yeah.
I thought he was older when he... Well... Yeah, that'd be right.
Yeah.
He was the young Beetle.
Well, nothing like depressing.
Dang. All right, I'm bummed now.
All right, well,
was
since
your
we're
top
going off
five.
on tangents, I just
Oh,
want to,
no.
as we were discussing when we weren't recording, I'm going to throw this out here to our listeners. Apparently, in the new loot crates, the Squirrel Girl pop figure, whatever they call those things. Well, I don't have Loot Crate, but if any of our listeners do have Loot Crate and don't want their Squirrel Girl pop figure, go ahead and send that to the Bob Studios our way, and I'll guarantee you'll get a floppy of some sort.
Oh.
Okay.
Guaranteed floppy if you send me your Squirrel Girl.
Oh. Well then.
Oh, well, hey, if we're pimping stuff, maybe I'll start a clan on Clash of Clans. We'll call it HOBI. In order to get in, you just got to say top 5. We'll make it kid-friendly so your like nephews and nieces can play, too. So you can be the cool aunt and uncle.
I'm going to say my niece is like 22, so I don't think I need to be kid-friendly
No, I
anymore.
didn't need to. No, my old Italian clan that I've been with, I've
Yeah.
been with these Italians for like 4 years, it finally collapsed.
Oh, so you need
I would like to play Clash of Clans where I can speak English.
You'd want to? I thought you enjoyed the
Italians.
I did enjoy the Italians, but it'd be nice to be able to speak English for once in there.
You don't speak English on the show half the time.
Yeah, exactly.
It might not be Loot Crate. It might be the Marvel. Does Marvel have a one?
I think there is a Marvel box.
I think it might be the Marvel box.
Well, whichever one. If
Yeah.
if any listeners gets that and doesn't want their Squirrel Girl, their pop figures, is that what they call them?
Funko.
Funko Pop.
Funko Pop, yeah. If you don't want your Squirrel Girl Funko Pop and you've already subscribed to it, so it's coming your way anyway, send it my way.
Yeah, or the Ronco version.
If you need tweet
It's a food dehydrator and a Squirrel Girl.
go ahead and if you private
jerky.
message me on Twitter, I'm at HOBIPod, and I'll get you where to send the goods to. And
I like how you will give a floppy to somebody that does a Squirrel Girl, which is like $19.99 Funko, but Nickel spends $300 or so. Well, it's Canadian money, so it's like $100.
$8.50.
Yeah, $8.50. Personalized Edmonton Oilers jersey, which is still in our studio, which he loves so much, but he still did not get a floppy. He just got a co-floppy.
I voted for him.
I don't remember that. I feel like I did too.
You can't. Yeah. You and I voted
Oh yeah, we did.
for
We
him.
did.
Yes.
We did. Wait a minute. Hey, assholes! You guys are the ones that did it.
Hey, wait a minute. I'm the one that touches that jersey every time I come in here before I do the podcast in order to get into podcast mode.
That's true. That's true.
Touch or rub? I'm not really.
Same thing.
He's not wearing pants. He just wears the jersey. I think it hasn't been out of the studio. Well, the one because Jeff, Fat Man, and Little Jackie can't wear it. It can't fit.
Yeah. I do have to say, if you are going to send us clothes, send them in very large sizes so I can actually wear it.
You remember, like, I don't know, like
Send child size, and we'll make Jeff put it on anyways and take a photo.
Well, then I can't get over my head.
Can we do a top 5?
Oh, yes. Top 5. All right, top 5. Let's see. This week, our top 5, suggested from the Pop Culture Cafe, are top 5 favorite fictional cars that we want.
Ooh.
I want it. I want it.
You can't have it.
Can't have it.
So, Doug, you're the guest. What would be your number 5?
Okay, this was tough because there's so many.
There is.
And I could have hobied it, but then I'd do like 10 for each one. I didn't want to do that. So,
You had to pick a car with a large steering wheel, right?
yes.
That's what I thought.
Did the Great Ape have a car?
Yeah.
Did the
Yeah,
Great
he did.
Ape?
He
actually.
did. Well, he
Great
actually
bait. It was
sat
actually-
on top of the van when they drove around.
Damn gorilla hands. Ape
So,
hands.
so I decided to go with a car that driven by crime fighters.
The
The dynamic duo, some might call them. I went with the Gran Torino from Starsky and Hutch. Awesome
I
car.
like the Gran Torino. That would have been on my honorable list. because I thought it was a great paint job.
Oh, that
Cherry
was.
red with a big white Nike stripe, pre-Nike
Yes.
stripe.
Yes.
I liked it. It was
Alright.
good.
Great show. Lots of violence. I just,
All right.
Well, it was
well,
the 70s.
That'll segue right into my number 5. Talking about with a common paint job theme, I'm going with the A-Team van.
Dun, 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 dun.
There's nothing special about that van, though. It was just a big van.
What are you talking about? If you're in that van, you're guaranteed to not get killed.
Arsenal of weapons.
You got
Arsenal of
weapons,
assault
and
weapons?
no one will
Assault
kill
rifles?
you. You are protected.
And you
That's
got
right.
Clubber Lang in it.
That's true. Mr. T hangs out with you.
It's true.
Quite honestly,
Drives my van around for
You had
me.
Murdoch driving around. You're right.
quite honestly, vans are cool.
They are.
It's true.
Without a doubt.
I was thinking about doing all vans, but
There
Anyways,
you go. With shag carpet interior.
exactly. I thought about doing
Dumb and Dumber van. With the dog van.
No, I wasn't doing
Kill
that.
Bill.
No, I'm talking about the Shazam SU.
Oh, yes.
RV
the
there.
Shazam van.
Thought about putting that there, but it didn't. So
That's Blake's number 1.
probably is. I didn't date
The
that.
Winnebago. Not a van.
Oh, sorry. My number 5 is a tie. I tied it.
Of course, I thought about tying
Jeff
it.
will like this one. Canyonero. The Canyonero from The Simpsons. It's 2 lanes wide.
I didn't even think about this one.
The
car
interior,
from
the interior smells like meat. I will get you the song.
Oh, I trust you. I remember
Yeah.
this song, but
I remember that, and I had to do a funny
Canyonero.
one. So it was up there with the Adobe from the little car made of clay. But I decided to go with the Canyonero.
not the Homer, huh?
Nah, I was not a big fan of the Homer.
But it has a horn here, and here.
yeah, that's why I don't like it. So that's a tied with the speeder bike from Return of the Jedi. In the Endor.
Ooh,
Battle
yeah,
of
I
Endor.
did like those speeder bikes.
I like those.
The good thing about speeder bikes is apparently they're incredibly easy to learn how to fly because
Apparently.
primitive Ewoks can just hop on it and fly it without problem.
They crash.
Seatbelts don't help you either.
Hold on. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I thought I had something. I don't. As usual. So that's my number 5. Blake, what's your number 5?
My number 5 is a 23-way tie.
Okay.
I couldn't pick one, so I picked them all.
Okay.
I picked the James Bond cars.
Ah.
All the 007 James Bond cars.
My number 1.
All of them? Your number 1 is all
you
of them?
picked all
Yes, the first one is the Sunbeam Alpine from Dr. No, 1962.
Are you going to read them all?
Bentley Mark IV from Russia with Love, 1963. Aston Martin DB5 from 1964. Goldfinger. It also was
time
in
out.
Thunderball.
Time out.
Same
1965. Same car.
1964.
Aston Martin DB5.
I think that one was Jason's number 1.
1964 Aston Martin.
Oh, well, there is plenty of Aston Martins in there. There was a Toyota 2000 GT.
You're taking
only
them all.
live
You're even
twice.
taking the invisible car.
Aston Martin, the DBS.
Are you taking the
Aston
Celica
Martin,
that he drove
1969,
on
Her
it?
Majesty's Secret
Have we
Service.
gotten to Lotuses yet?
I like that. That was on my list.
You know, there was a
The
Mercury
Lotus
Cougar
Where it went underwater.
on Her Majesty's Secret Service. Ford Mustang, 1971. Diamonds Are Forever.
Ford.
There was an AMC Hornet. The Man with the Golden Gun, 1974. You said that was your car, right? Jason?
No,
Did you say
mine
that
was-
was your car? You said 1974. It was the Hornet.
1964 Aston Martin.
Lotus Esprit, The Spy Who Loved Me. Lotus Esprit Turbo, Citroen 2CV. The Baja RE, that is the 3-wheeled car from Octopussy. The same kind of car that Top Gear guys
I feel like this is even
had a
ridiculous for
thing on.
you.
The Renault Taxi.
This is even ridiculous.
Rolls
for
Royce
him,
Silver
yes.
Cloud 2, Aston Martin V8, Aston Martin DB5.
Next
We're
page.
coming up to my favorites: BMW Z3, BMW 750, BMW Z8, Ford Fairlane, Die Another Day, 2002, Aston Martin V12 Vanquish, Die Another Day, Aston Martin DBS V12, Quantum of Solace, and Casino Royale, Aston Martin DB5, Casino Royale, and Skyfall.
Okay. The theme song for Canyonero is "Can you name the truck with 4-wheel drive? Smells like a steak and seats 35." Canyonero, Canyonero. Well, it goes real slow with the hammer down. It's the countrified truck endorsed by a clown. Canyonero.
That's him singing.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Okay.
12 yards long, 2 lanes wide, 65 tons of American pride. So, there's more, but she blinds everybody with her super high beams. She's a squirrel squashing, deer smacking driving machine.
Canyonero.
There you go.
See, you got me singing, and that's not good for anybody.
What's your number 4?
All
Mike?
right, my number 4.
There's a 48-way tie.
Yeah.
No, I only have one number 4.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it's a
Any car that's been in any film.
I want the 1962, the original, the Love Bug, Volkswagen Love Bug.
Herbie Love.
Herbie, because you're gonna have a car that's kind of smart, and if you're single, you might as well have Herbie, because apparently he'll help you.
Is that the one that Lindsay Lohan drove?
Or Dean Jones.
We're not going with that version.
I like her
We're
high
going with the
beams.
original. Yeah, Dean Jones. We're going with the original first Disney movie.
You didn't even say, you weren't even proud. You forgot to put me up on the board. You took me number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah,
number
but when I
1.
put 23 cars down for number 5, I'm not going to give myself any credit.
Okay. My number 4
Yes.
is the Scooby-Doo Mystery Machine.
I thought about that.
I
And you know
almost
why?
tied that at number 5, but I figured I wouldn't because I wouldn't want to steal it.
You don't
from
want to be
you.
a dick and do 23
Yeah,
of them?
I didn't even
No.
do 2. I was going to tie the 18 van and the Mystery Machine van.
I did Mystery Machine because you always have a good time in there. So
You always
that's
have a
why.
high time.
Yes. Jeff, what's your number 4?
My number 4 is the Autobot Mirage.
Oh.
He's the IndyCar looking one who he's got the ability to become invisible. And I think that'd be a handy trait to have.
I think the GoBot version is better.
Nope.
Oh,
the
sorry.
GoBot version of nothing is better.
Doug, what's your number 4?
I have a tie
Oh, what?
because I'm going with vehicles that can turn at 90 degrees. So, 1, the Tron Light Cycle.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, that's a 90-degree turn. That's pretty
And
important.
then...
And then you can kill people by boxing them in.
Pew, pew, pew.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
That's important.
And then taking a page from Dr. Number 1, the I believe it's a Lamborghini
Countach
from Automan.
Oh. Wow.
Same thing. He could.
He's a big
I did
Automan
not-
fan.
He is, yes.
I should probably look at this Automan. I didn't realize he drove a Lamborghini Countach.
I believe it is.
That's growing up. That was my
digital,
car.
It's digital and yeah.
That was the whole budget. That was the whole budget.
There's the whole budget on that.
Safe to say, nobody had those. Nobody had those.
Nobody had those. Although
No,
I
they
did
didn't
think of
take
the
it.
light cycle from Tron. I did think about it.
I went the speeder bike. That's better.
Speeder bike was a good one.
What's your
pretty
number
dangerous, though.
3?
They got a high death rate. Nobody
yeah.
surprises.
Only
Nobody
if you-
lives off of those crashes.
Only if you do it in the forest.
Yeah.
Dumbasses, why are you going to the forest?
Just because Disney, I went with Benny the Cab from Roger Rabbit. I want a smart ass car that yells at other cars.
Wow.
Okay.
Well, interesting.
require
one.
me
I
to
kinda
actually
like
like
I
it.
didn't even
Frank
think of
Roger
anybody from Cars. I could have.
Nah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't go with anybody from Cars 2.
Oh, that's much better.
There you go.
Jeff, what's your number 3?
My number 3 is
pick all
the
that for your-
Tumbler. The Batmobile from the Christopher Nolan trilogy. The Tumbler.
That's a good one.
It's a good one. It drives across rooftops, can make its own jump bridges. I like it.
Talking about the Batman mobile?
Yes.
From
Yeah,
Batman
the
Begins.
Batmobile from Batman. Yeah, that's awesome.
That's a good one. I
That's
like the
pretty
weapon.
good.
Doesn't
I like,
come in black.
yeah, I like when he does go. It goes down to the motorcycle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know if I can, driving that thing, you gotta change your entire body position. You're not sitting down anymore. You
That's
gotta,
true.
You gotta lay on your belly and
That's
drive.
fine. I can do that.
Lay on your belly and drive.
I can lay on my belly and drive.
It's
I
not-
can lay on my belly and do
After
a lot
5
of things.
minutes, it won't be comfortable. I guarantee it.
Well, the point isn't to be
I've tried it.
comfortable when you're.
Illegally. Even with the seat down, it doesn't work very well.
My number 3 is not. I don't like the look of it too much, but I like the reason I would have it. The DeLorean from Back to the Future, because then I can go back in time and do whatever I want.
Yeah, and
that's
then
why I did.
You go back in time, screw up time, and then get popped out of existence. Terrible idea.
I like it.
You're an asshole.
Terrible idea.
So
That was my number 1.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, how does it feel to have number 1 taken down?
Exactly,
Yeah,
man. That
fuck
was
you.
the 82 DeLorean DMC-12
Yes. From Back to the
that they
Future.
converted to it. And yeah, you're right. If you're going to have a car, you might as well have one that'll go back in time.
Yeah.
You don't mess with the timeline. Jesus, Blake, isn't that the reason you hate X-Men movies?
No, that just makes an alternate timeline.
Yeah.
If Brian Singer taught me
You have
anything,
many alternate realities.
don't go to pool parties with him. What's your number 3? What's your number 3?
My number 3. All right. My number 3, kind of like digging back into my childhoods.
Uh-huh.
Notice I said plural because I had the DeLorean.
Because you went back in time several
go back in
times.
time to experience them both. No, guess what? It's a tie. And actually, they're both Pontiacs. They're both Trans-Americans. The Smokey and the Bandit, the iconic, the iconic '77 Pontiac Firebird.
We just got that was an honorable mention for me.
You know, I mean, the way Burt Reynolds drove that thing, it was a good time.
It was the Bandit.
Except I don't understand why was Coors illegal in some states.
At that time, it wasn't in every state. Like
Why
how-
not?
I don't know. That's
But
the way.
why he had to drive that car in order for the semi to get through with beer?
He had to
He was
drive
a
that car. He was a diversion.
Yeah, no, it's a diversionary.
So no
I
one
know,
would pull
I
over
know,
the
but I'm
semi.
saying, why was Coors illegal?
Because it wasn't for
In
the
all
same
honesty, it
reason.
probably still should be.
Same reason Yingling. The same reason Yingling wasn't legal in Ohio until like 2 years ago.
Why?
I don't know.
It was legal in Ohio. They just didn't distribute it. But in the movie, Coors was illegal. They couldn't take it across the state
You're
line.
not allowed to take alcohol across state lines. That's the rule of everything.
They were
Especially in the quantity he was bringing. If you had like a 6-pack, that would have been fine. If you have an entire trailer load full of it, yeah, that's illegal.
I
to
feel like-
cross
Well, I'll
state
tell you
lines.
what, America's come a far way in the past 30 years.
Well, they
Thank
have.
God we can drink beer across state lines.
I
now.
agree.
I wouldn't call that beer.
It is
I
Coors.
said
you're
beer.
right.
I didn't say Coors. I said
good
beer.
Good call.
No, but
Maybe they were trying to protect the people from drinking Coors. Maybe that's why the law
Yeah,
was
that's
there.
that'd be it too. All right, it's 1982 Pontiac Trans Am,
Tied with
the night 2000.
Knight Industries 2000,
Yes, the Night Industries 2000. Of course, Knight Rider.
known as
Oh,
Kit.
The Kit
I was
car.
like, huh?
So they're both, those were both Pontiacs. Imagine that. I mean, it was a GM product that I actually liked, and then it's scary.
The only problem is you would have Hasselhoff throwing hamburgers at you. Give me my car back. Give me it back. It's my car.
Actually,
And you would have the voice of William Daniels talking to you.
You don't have to yell at me, Michael. I'm all around you.
Or if you went with the new series, it'd be Val Kilmer.
and that'd be pretty cool. I like Val Kilmer.
Well, the defunct
But,
series.
but was it the same year of
I don't think it was
Thunderbird that he had
82.
there?
Yeah, it was a
I don't know.
newer
Yeah.
car, newer. Probably wasn't a Pontiac then at that point in time. So yeah, the two Pontiacs, the two iconic black Pontiac Trans Ams.
What's your number 2?
My number 2. This is an important car. You know, I almost made this my number 1. I probably should have.
Shut up, because I took it out
It's correct. It's the Mach 5
from.
Speed Racer.
Oh, God.
The Speed Racer Mach 5, the
Oh,
racing
God.
speed car, man.
He
It
had
was
a chip in
basically
the
a car
trunk.
that was based
Yeah.
on a 1966 Japanese Grand Prix winning the Prince 380.
But you have a
Nissan,
monkey in the trunk.
and the Le Mans winner, the Ferrari
You had a monkey
250.
in your
Chim
trunk, or you
Chim.
just glad to see
There was
me?
a trunk. There was a compartment, especially where Chim Chim could hide. All right. So on the steering wheel, you had basically 7 buttons labeled A through G. Right? A was an auto jack because it would release 4 jacks to boost the car up so it can be repaired. But if you're going really fast and you hit the A button, you could also use it to do a quick jump or leap into the air without a ramp.
Wow.
The button B, sprout special grip tires for traction over any type of terrain. This is especially important when you're going up canyon walls with lava.
I think my Tumblr can do all
Button
these
C.
things.
Now, button C was very important. Actually, this is the most iconic vision you got. These are the cutter blades. These are the rotary saws that protruded from the front of the vehicle that was able to cut down trees as you drove through the forest looking for your
Your
shortcuts.
speeder bikes could use
Yeah,
it.
your shortcuts in order to get back on track and catch up with everybody after you went out to go save somebody. The next one is deflector. You really didn't use the D button very much. It kind of like it sealed your cockpit in a bulletproof, cash-proof, cockpit.
I would think you would need
Which
that
would be
a lot.
important if you were going under the lava at that point in time. So this is good.
It was lava proof too.
Yeah, button E was basically for the evening or illuminating eye. It was basically kind of like night vision. ahead of its time.
Oh.
This car was ahead of its time. The F button is the periscope. So when you're underwater, you're got the periscope, basically. Cockpit supply with
think it's
oxygen
fake.
when it's sealed. G, you had your go homing robot.
Go homie robot?
Yep, you had a homing robot
Go
bird in front of
homie,
the
go
car.
homie.
The homing robot bird can fly and carry pictures of tape recorders. It was basically your own drone. Ahead of it, I'm telling you, this car was ahead of its time.
Was there?
All right, the button H, this is the homing button. This is like, not locating the steering wheel, but it was
that
on
be
the
eight
console. But it was kind of
Yeah, I
like the
thought
go
that would
homing
go
robot's
G button.
controls. It simply sends the robot home to pre-programmed location.
Yeah, we passed the G spot apparently.
Exactly. No, the G button was the
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the drone.
you said there were buttons A through G, and then all of a
Yes.
sudden you threw out an H. We were confused.
Is there a button to make the show not suck?
Well, actually, it wasn't on the steering wheel. It was actually located
No, there isn't a button to
inside
not
the
make
console
the show
between
suck.
the seats. Yes.
Okay, my number 2.
Who directed the movie Speed Racer?
The Wachowski siblings.
Yeah.
Okay.
But 5 in Japanese is actually go, so it's actually the Mach Go. But everybody got it confused. It's like, oh, because it's the Mach 5, but it's Japanese go. Kind of like how Ohio is good morning in Japanese. Ohio.
So what does Mach mean in Japanese?
That's what I say to our listeners.
Go.
It means Mach.
It means the speed of sound.
That's right. So hey man, this was an important car, and it looked good. And to top it all off with the Mach 5, I actually have a special ceramic collector's edition of the Mach 5, one of 5,000, that was specially made for a collector series.
Speed Racer?
Yes, the Mach 5.
Seriously, what is the
And
one?
there is a little ceramic speed
you
racer
actually-
that you can put in the cockpit.
Do you like the cartoon?
The cartoon, yeah, of course. When I grew up, it was the most awesomest thing ever.
Okay, we've got.
I was actually excited when they were coming out with the movie until I saw the movie and I said, no.
John Goodman was in it.
So was Emil Hirsch.
Yeah.
It's true.
And a Chim Chim.
Chim Chim.
My number 2.
Who wouldn't want a racing monkey? I mean, honestly, think about it. That can fix your car.
They can tear your face off.
You can fix your car.
Not when you're.
A talented monkey that's your kind of your co-pilot and can tune your engine.
That thing has one too many coffees, and it's going to rip your face off while you're driving.
You're feeding your monkey coffee?
Why wouldn't you?
No, not Chim Chim. He's tame, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, that's what they all say until they rip your face off. He's a
All right,
baby.
Jay, you're number 2.
George Barris's Batmobile from the 1960s TV show, Batman. It was not number 1.
They had it at Gen Con a couple years ago.
I got many models of it too. Throughout
I was trying to figure out if you would go. Where would you put that? Would you go number 1? Would you go 5 just so people wouldn't steal it from you?
No, I was going 2 because I really do like the Aston Martin from 1964 James Bond.
Is that the Goldfinger?
Mm-hmm. Sean Connery.
All right.
Yeah. So that's my number 2. Go ahead, Jeff. What's your number 2?
My number 2 is the Mobile Armored Strike Command Thunderhawk.
Mask.
Yes.
Okay.
It's the one that turned into a helicopter.
Mm-hmm.
I like that one.
Okay.
I want my car to turn into a helicopter.
From what?
From Mask.
Unfortunately,
What
you
kind
don't
of
know how
car
to
was
fly.
Mask? What show's that from?
Well,
Mask.
Cher and the Deformed.
The Sheridan form? Oh, okay.
Eric Stoltz drove it.
Eric Stoltz's car from the movie? Okay, cool.
The best part is, Jeff, you have a car that turns into a helicopter. Unfortunately, you don't know how to fly a helicopter, so you just crash. Ooh, I'm in a helicopter.
That's when you could use Chim Chim. I'm sure Chim Chim could fly it.
And it has missiles.
Great, so you
That
blow
works.
up on
I
him.
like that. That's the M button.
Yes, the M button.
There's only 7. Doug, what's your number 2?
I went with the EM50 Urban Assault Vehicle
Which one's that?
from Stripes.
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 Because I'll take the Mach 5,
Yeah.
and I have machine guns, a cannon, flamethrowers, multiple rocket launchers, and assorted infantry weapons.
And it comes with a cooktop.
And it looks
right.
like a harmless RV.
That's right. that's
Stealth.
right.
That's right. I like that
It's
one.
got stealth
Yes.
mode.
It looks like an RV that some old wizard would drive around in the desert picking up young boys.
Shazam!
Wait a minute.
Hey.
What's your number 1, Doug?
My number 1 is the Fooey Mobile.
Hong Kong Fooey?
Hong Kong
Fooey.
Fooey.
Number
one
one
super
super guy.
What is with you in Hong Kong Fooey?
Why
Hong
not?
Kong Fooey.
How do you not love Hong
You know,
Kong
if
Fooey?
I'm going to go ahead and say it just because somebody else says, I'm going to tie that with the Mean Machine from Wacky Races with Muttley and Dick Dastardly because I like them guys too.
Yeah.
Okay, but going back to the Fooey Mobile, you know, it can change into a boat, a plane, a telephone booth, whatever they need. How do you do that? By racistly banging a gong. What else would you do? Of course.
Everybody loves Hanna-Barbera from the 1960s.
You mean stereotyping? There's a difference between racism and stereotype.
Not in the world today.
Not in the world today, unfortunately. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, Jeff, what's your number one?
My number one is the Night Automated Roving Robot.
The fuck is that?
That is
The
Car.
Oh, car.
Car. K-N-I-G-H-T.
Yeah, that was K-N-A-R-R.
That from Knight Rider. It is Kit's evil twin.
Kit's evil
God. No, yeah.
You got Kit, but better because you got Kit that's trying to take over the world.
Right.
What can be better than that?
I saw this on a Cracked article a while back about them. Okay.
What can be better than that? One of the voices for it is Paul Frees, who we all know as the ghost host from the Haunted Mansion at Disney World.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, there
that
you go.
tops it.
I mean, it's Kit with a goatee.
You know, I don't know about some other haphazard podcasts, but we don't refer to Disney as an evil empire
You mean
here.
Kit with a
I
lift
appreciate that.
mustache?
I
we
appreciate
don't.
that.
We don't. My number one was
People might mistake him for a lift car these days.
my number one was Aston Martin. And Blake? Oh, I took yours out. DeLorean was Blake's. Right?
Yeah, that was the
With a flux
DeLorean.
capacitor.
But
Well,
tell me what model it was.
DeLorean?
Yeah.
83.
No, tell me
82?
what model it was.
A DMC.
Oh,
It was an 82 DMC-12.
that's what I said. Let's.
But you want the one with the flux capacitor, but you also want the
No, I want the one with the where I just recycle banana
recycled
peels
garbage
in
in
it.
it. Yeah, because you don't want to have to find.
I don't want to have to find
plutonium or whatever to get
1.2 gigawatts. I don't
And-
want to have to find that.
And probably the one that can actually where you're going, you don't even need roads, huh?
Exactly, the one that flies. The one that's been to the future and modified it already. That'd probably be the best one.
Okay.
You know, there used to be a vet who worked where we live, and
Yeah.
he had a DeLorean.
Cool.
Really?
Yes.
My dad had a friend who had a DeLorean.
Did he go back in time?
No, he didn't.
He probably never got up to 86.
88. Jeez.
Let's see.
86. 88. So all the lights on the.
I always thought about the cool was the wing. You know, the doors.
The
gall doors.
Yeah, what are those called? What are those called?
Gall
The,
doors?
No,
Doors.
they're something wings. Something
Gull wing doors.
Gull wing doors. Yeah, that's it. Gull wing doors.
Feel like we're on $25,000 pyramid. Yes, the doors. The doors.
It goes up. Wings. Oh,
Doors.
shit. I'm disqualified. I said wings.
Let's see some listener feedback. Chris Richardson at Chris365Flicks. He had number 5 was the Ecto-1 Ghostbusters. Number 4 is the Thunder Tank. That was, I believe, from something.
Maybe it's from something.
Number 3 was the Batmobile.
Was that the Eddie Murphy tank movie that was horrible?
Or was that the what do you call it?
Best Defense. That was
Best
that was
Defense
the
was
movie.
the movie. I was thinking Tank, the James Garner and C. Thomas Howell movie.
That's the movie I was
Oh
thinking.
yeah.
Number 2 was Kit. Number 1 was Flying DeLorean. Honorable mention was the Mean Machine and the Mystery Machine. Jeannie at TJL High had number 5 was Herbie Bug.
That's right. I'll go.
Oh, the Thunder Tank is the Thundercats.
Oh, okay, the big giant thing.
Yeah.
That thing was cool. Number 4 is the NE007 vehicle. I think
That's
she's
23.
She's very similar to you.
It's 23 cars. I like it already.
Number 3 is the Winnebago and Spaceballs.
Can you pick up young boys with your Winnebago
Yeah.
and Spaceballs?
Number 2 was the Fifth Element. I think she meant the taxi.
The flying taxi from the
okay.
Fifth Element.
And number 1
Well, I would like that if it meant what's her name would fall onto
Mila
Mila Jovovich. If she would jump onto my car, then
unfortunately,
I
you
would
would
love
get
that.
Bruce Willis, who would be just a dick to you.
Yeah.
No, it'd be or the annoying Chris Tucker character.
Bruce Willis jumps in. Where's Sybil Shepherd?
Or am I mixing my movies?
No, you got it.
Oh,
Chris
yeah,
Tucker's
okay,
in there.
okay.
Number 1 was Back to the Future DeLorean.
Yeah.
And from the guy that actually did asked us to do this one, Pop Culture Cafe. Top 5 cars. Number 5, Thunderquack. Thunderquark.
Is that the Darkwing Duck?
Oh, it might be Thunderquack. Yeah,
Is it
might be a
Darkwing
misprint.
Duck's car?
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but I would assume it's duck related.
Yeah.
Same as duck related.
I
Number
assume.
4. Number 4 was the Jetsons car. Flies. Number 3 was the Mach 5.
Mach 5, that's right. Fucking A, Mach 5.
Number 2, George Barris' 1966 Batmobile.
There you
Good
go.
taste. Number 1, the Munsters family car.
Now, that would be my honorable.
That or Grandpa Munster's
Because that's a good
Coffin.
Yeah.
Hey, what happened to like hot rods and the old thing about hot rods? Back in the day, TV shows used to have their own hot rod, and you even had rock bands had their own hot rods.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to that culture? How come you don't get that stuff anymore?
We advanced in society.
We all take streetcars now.
Yeah.
Public transportation won
We all
out.
ride our bikes to work? Damn.
Nobody went to public
Hard to have a hot rod when it's an electric car.
Yeah.
Hold on, you gotta charge him. Hold on. So, Doug, thanks for coming in.
Hey, my pleasure.
No one said chitty chitty bang bang.
I was on my honorable Ben.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I completely
It
forgot
flies
about that.
and drives on the water.
What about Magnum PI's Ferrari?
Oh, I didn't think of that.
I'd rather
one.
have his mustache.
I had, yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
wants a
You'd
mustache,
rather
right?
ride his mustache? Is that what you said?
Yep, that's it.
He's on the top 5. It's his top 5. Bad idea this week. Did we have one? We don't really have one.
We need a bad idea.
Number 1800.
How about trying to illegally take guns away from law-abiding citizens by skirting the Constitution?
Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
From Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets, there's a history of not so bad. There's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad. The history of bad.